our chest. We got that. We got all that. All right. We got it all out of our chest. All right.
Doughboy talking sports.
Okay.
Oh no.
Well, Doughboy's not in yet.
I'm excited about it, yo. Just imagine. I would love to see the Spurs go against the Knicks in the finals.
We got that all out chest. All right. All right. Welcome, my friends. Welcome, my friends, my family, my fellow gamers. The only friend is YouTube Streets, Portal Rock 77, and we are back with the crew for another episode of 60 Frames No Lag Podcast. I really gotta update the episode. I've just been lazy, but now I gotta go back and figure out where was my last numbered episode, and then count from there. But I will get that done. But hey, we got all the sports talk behind the scenes, so you guys don't have to worry about it. You don't have to suffer through it. But if you know, you know. If you know my Knicks. If you know, you know. So we're just going to leave it at that. But, hey, thank you so much for rocking out. Of course, we're going to talk about games. We got some topics and stuff like that. We're going to talk PlayStation. We're going to talk State of Play, talk about some of the Game Fest and all that stuff. Definitely want to talk to you guys. That's towards the end. But talk to you guys because what I want to do is live stream, co-host event. But I think it was either Chill Will. I think it was you saying watch party. Was it you, Will, that said watch party?
Yeah, you should.
Oh, no, it was Henry. It was Henry. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. We'll do that. We'll do it. So, I'll pull up the list and then we'll see who's going to join. If you can join, you could join. But we'll make it a watch party. And we'll go through and then it'll be our first one as a panel.
Would definitely be my first one. I'm down.
Yeah, so we'll do it as a watch party, and then we'll keep everybody up to date on the channel. But first, I want to say thank you everyone for watching. I'm glad you're here. Please don't forget to hit the like button and please share this out on your favorite social media so we can welcome new members and just new people to check this out. So I truly appreciate that. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you enjoyed the podcast, and I hope you enjoyed the content. And if you do stick around, hit the subscribe button. And, of course, membership opportunities is available. But most of all, what I appreciate the most is you guys just rocking out. Just rock out, enjoy the content. Join us live, hit up the chat, have the conversations, and just enjoy being part of the community. But we're going to roll it over to the members. We're going to kick it off, do our little quick intros. We're going to kick it off with Chill Will. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's going on, everybody, man? Appreciate y'all for having me. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the panel. Man, let's have a good show, everybody.
Absolutely. Thank you, man. We got Henry. He's back. He's enjoying America with overpriced gas, overpriced food, overpriced rent, just everything overpriced, and he's loving it. He was able to get 3 full meals for $12.
I love to be
now
that I have a different
that's not even enough to cover the tip.
Here.
What's going on, Henry?
Good to be here, and lovely people at the chat. So hit the like button, and let's talk about some basketball. Just kidding, it's not.
Oh man, nah, don't.
Check out our lovely little girl on the on Brain Screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's my daughter.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
All right, absolutely, man. Thank you, Henry, for being here. We're gonna roll over to Sean K, the King, the man who's in jail. Are you still in Twitter jail?
Yeah. Yes, I am, but I should be knowing something by the end of this week.
Free at last. Do we have to do a march?
I'll be free.
Free
We're gonna have
Sean
to do a
K.
march. We're gonna have to do a Washington D.C. Million Man March.
But in the meantime, I've been keeping myself busy on YouTube. So I've been I'm actually almost finished with Affiliate, about to platinum that. And nice. I actually was one of the 3% that actually 100% Uno on PlayStation.
How do you 100% Uno? You platted Uno?
The trophies. Yeah. No, there's no platinum. It's 100%.
Oh,
okay.
Damn.
It don't have a plat. No, but it's cool. I mean, I'm happy 100% because only 3% only got that trophy. So it's
wow.
It's very rare. Very rare.
All right. Okay.
And I actually did some other platinums over the weekend too. So man, I've been very busy. And platinum count is gonna be 2,328. Let's get it.
2,328. What's your goal for the year?
He's Mr. Bernie Mac, baby, Mr. 3000.
Well, it's on if I get my account if I'm actually getting my account back. If I don't get my account back, I'm gonna say my goal will probably be like 2,600, 2,700. But if I do get my account back, I'll probably say 3,000. I'm gonna try to push for 3,000.
Nice.
Okay.
Bernie Mac.
Awesome. Okay. We got the Brain up in here. It looked like he's ready. Looked like Brain is ready.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready. Hey man, I'm good. I actually got some good news to share with two pieces. Number one, I told y'all since I passed my customs brokerage license exam, my job actually gave me a raise and they changed my title. So now I'm a director at my job. And then
Nice.
and then secondly, I didn't say anything. Only person, matter of fact, I didn't really say anything to anybody, but because something like this, I wanted to stay quiet about. But last week I had a colonoscopy because I had an emergency on Mother's Day. I'm gonna save y'all the details and shit, but everything came back cool and everything. And this is something that I've been trying, I've been really bringing to the attention of my primary care physician, but she wasn't taking it seriously until I had a fucking issue, and excuse my language, and then dealt with some bullshit, and here I am. But a couple of weeks later, everything is good.
Okay.
Man, congratulations.
I
Health
I
is
have to do
wealth,
that
brother.
next
Congratulations,
Yeah.
time.
man.
Yeah, no, health is
Definitely,
wealth.
man.
Yeah.
Hey
Yes,
man,
absolutely.
take care of your body. It's the only one you got.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and
That's good.
it's crazy because I remember after Chadwick Boseman, after he died, at the age of 42, like I remember it was a push that they were saying that people once you hit 40, you need to get a colonoscopy and shit. No pun intended. But my primary care physician, what she kept saying was that, since I don't have a history of colon cancer in my family and I'm not 45, that, she that's why she wasn't never referred to me. I was like, damn, I thought, it was always 40 after I remember it being 50, and then I remember, going down to 40. But after I talked to the colonoscopist, and I'm talking to two different doctors, or at least I'm referring to two different doctors, he said that their age is going to be lower because they notice, that people are getting colon cancer younger and younger, and I know that has a lot to do with with the American diet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all stay on top of these doctors, man. It's always good to get a second opinion sometimes, because you could be with your. I know I've been with my doctor for a while, but sometimes I gotta check him too. So make sure
Yeah.
y'all stay on top of that for sure.
Yeah, you ain't lying. Like I said, like I don't know who the hell. I can't speak for anybody else, but I know for myself, I don't want to go to the doctors and talk about something if I don't need to talk about it. But if I'm bringing it up, clearly it's an issue. And this is like the second doctor that I had in my life that I brought something up, and they kind of brush it aside, and it makes me mad. Just because you got the degrees and medical don't mean I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Like I'm some type of crazy person yelling at the sky.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it for me, Rock.
I'm glad. Glad to hear that. All right, brother. Glad to
Thank
hear.
you.
All right, we got Terabint. What's going on,
Yo,
brother?
what's good, yo? I mean, I got some health stuff going on, but I'm not gonna bring that shit up right now. But I hope everything goes good for you, brother, because I know that shit's serious. Like, take care of yourself for real and stay on top of that, because we gotta stay in our prime. That's the name of the game. Stay in your prime, no matter what it takes. But that, aside from that, what I'm saying, that's why we like sports and stuff like that, because it helps keep you in that youthful mindset. And for those of you that go to the gym and stuff like that, just gotta stay on top of everything, man. Stay active and all that type of stuff. Can't always be sitting on the couch playing video games all day. You know what I'm saying? We definitely gotta mix it up.
All right, appreciate it, brother. And then we got Doughboy. What's going on, brother?
Yo, what's going on, man? What's going on with y'all? Hope everybody having a good day, man. Good to be back with y'all, man. So I finished up Pragmata. An amazing game, and I'm so glad I got to play that game. Loving that story and everything.
Yeah, it was good.
That's a good game. I was gonna post some stuff in the group chat, but I just didn't want to spoil it for nobody. If y'all ain't played it yet. So yeah, it's a good game, man. Make sure y'all get to that whenever you can. I was playing some more Batman. I'm gonna try to get done with that as well. So that's good.
Okay.
Like Lego Batman.
Okay.
Yeah, Lego Batman. Nah, the real Batman. What P. Rock say?
Yo, I was about to boot you off the podcast. I'm like, oh hell no. My man said he played Lego Batman. Oh hell to the no. Hell to the no.
Man. So that's pretty. That's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I got some. I was listening to Friday's pod. I got some stuff. I got some stuff loaded up that was kind of fire. So let me see. When I played that game, I was like, "That's some good shit."
Was that a soundboard? What was that?
Bro, that is shit. Why are your toes in there, bro?
What the fuck?
That's crazy, bro. We got some stuff. And these PC dudes, man, all they play is man, it's crazy. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it.
All right. Okay. All right. We'll go straight into the topics. To the chat. Thank you so much for rocking out. And we'll kick off the first topic. The PlayStation account breach. Let me put on the screen Colin Moriarty, aka Long Island Viper. He talks a little bit. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, obviously, but that's just because this has been happening, but this really got notoriety because of a well-known person in the gaming community, which to me is sad because it shouldn't take someone well-known to bring something to light. But okay, here we go. Let's see.
I hear anything.
I can't hear it.
There's no sound on.
There's no sound. Nobody hearing it.
No.
No.
But I listened to this. Yeah.
Chat, do you hear it?
Low key, I heard this like 4 times because I wanted to talk about it.
No.
Chat, did you hear it? Let me see if everybody hear it. No audio. What the hell?
Yeah, there's no audio.
There's no audio. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me see something.
Yeah, I'm watching the stream now.
What
Yeah,
the hell?
I mean, I hear us, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, we hear us, but we don't hear them talking as far as the video. Yeah.
Oh, so you don't. So
they can hear us though. They can hear us though.
So you can hear us, but you can't hear.
Yeah, I can't hear the video.
Let me see something.
Yeah, I'm watching it on my phone now.
Hold up. What the hell happened? Like what are we doing here? Oh my god, there's always something. This is annoying, bro. You know how annoying this gets. Let me see. Do I have anything muted? I don't have no audio muted. What are we doing? Oh boy. This is
We love PC, don't we?
like I actually don't like what happened. Like why is this not working? Hold on. Let me see if it's Windows 6.
Yeah, and the volume on the video, you can see it. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, I'm hearing it. But I don't understand why nobody else is hearing it. Let me see.
It says 60 frames, no sound.
Yo, this is wild.
Well,
Output
it is the frames, not the audio.
Let me see. Speaking. All right. Let me see now.
Which is a game about hacking. So I do wonder if there was a real sense of irony there. I wonder if they were.
Okay, you hear it now?
I would hope so.
There it is.
Because why would you want to
You hear it?
squander a situation like that? You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it works now. Yeah.
By the way, can you guys hear the noise coming outside my house?
Let's do this.
All right, it's time for us to finally talk
Unbelievable.
about things. Let's get into it. The great hack. It wasn't really a hack, but here's what happened. For people that are unaware, we'll set the stage and then we'll talk about everything surrounding it. Monday afternoon, Eastern, Dustin and I were streaming as we usually do on YouTube. And we were streaming, ironically, Pragmata, which is a game about hacking. So I do wonder if there was a real sense of irony there. I wonder if they were. I would hope so. Because why would you want to squander a situation like that? You know?
Yeah.
By the way, can you guys hear the noise coming outside my house?
No.
Okay, good. Because like someone's using like a saw outside and it's really loud.
Oh, I hear it slightly, but it's fine.
No?
I can hear it.
No, okay,
it's gone now. It's gone now.
So we were playing and we were going, and then we were just doing like super chats or whatever. And at that point, I basically got booted out of my PSN account. My email got flooded. What is that called? Email bombing?
Email bomb.
So I got like flooded with all of this stuff in my email, I suppose to distract from the real emails from Sony that I would be getting when this would be happening. So I got a bunch of emails from things I've never signed up for, like AliExpress and stuff like that. Easy enough to deal with, to relegate to junk or whatever and just block those email addresses. But at that point, simultaneously, I got a text message saying that my two-factor authentication was shut off on PlayStation Network. And lo and behold, I lost my account on PSN. Now, to allay fears, I got it back 3 hours later, which is like, by Sony and PlayStation standards, light speed. And it's because of my connections to Sony, no doubt. And I want to acknowledge that, and we'll acknowledge that more. So my account was boosted from me, and a lot of people were wondering, like, well, how did this happen and why and all the rest? And the reality is that it's a fairly complicated situation in a way, though there are simple explanations as well. I don't even really know where to begin. I have a whole list of things to talk about that I wrote down. Where do I even begin? I'm Dustin. Where do we even start?
Well, to add a little flavor to the situation, so Colin left the stream because he was like, I got to figure this out. So I had my Garth moment where he's live on air by himself. Oh, no, I was fine. I was totally fine. So what was funny about that was I probably kept the stream going for another 30 minutes or so, just finishing out the super chats and hanging out. We were having a great time. And if I'd like to go back and watch that stream, not only for the moment when Colin got hacked, but right towards the end, there's a moment where I look down at my phone because I'm like, oh, I'm going to check to see if Colin said anything and I can update you guys. And I look down and I've received a message on my PlayStation account from Long Island Viper that says, "You're next." So at that moment, I was like, all right, guys, we're going to wrap up the stream now. And I didn't say anything on the stream because I was like, I'm going to wrap this up, whatever. And so I very quickly tried to, at this point, we had no idea what was going on. So it's like, do I change my password, make sure my two-factor is good or whatever. So despite that threat, I've not been hacked. I don't know if it's from lack of trying, if they weren't able to get in through some of the means that we're going to detail here shortly on how this quote unquote hack works. It's more of a vulnerability in the system, I think, is a better way to put it. So, but I think, Colin, what would be interesting, I think what the audience would most want to know is like, walk us through what happened after you got off air, because I know you detailed that in the tweet. Like, who were you calling? Where did you have success? What did all that look like?
Yeah, so I was at my desk. I got off the stream, and I'm like, all right, this is a problem. This is a problem. I'll get into a little bit, and I this is so complex to talk about in a way because there are things I can't talk about. Not because anyone really asked me not to talk about it, but because I think it is probably wisest to protect certain people involved in this and make it easier to solve the problems. So what I will say is that someone warned me that this was going to happen. And a lot of people, and I put that picture out actually from a Patreon DM that, Dustin, you've seen this. I've been talking to this person for a long time now about this shit. I'm not going to say the nature of who this person is. Sony, I've in my conversations, we'll get on everything I've talked about with Sony, but Sony, anything that I'm not going to tell you here, I've told Sony. The reason is because we want to be helpful, and we'll get into that. But I just want to protect certain people's how they have access to this information and who they are and all the rest. I just think that, and some people have requested that. So I ask people to kind of understand that it's kind of not materially important, to be honest, but it gives us a lot of insight into things. So number one is that, like, I was like, all right, I got to figure out like PlayStation support. Right. So I Google PlayStation support, and it's impossible to find a number. Like, thank God we were talking making fun of Google AI, but it's like, thank God you could just Google like, what is the fucking phone number? Because you go to PlayStation search and it's like, oh, what are you having a problem with? And then you click all these things and it's like anything to not call a number, anything to just typical customer service, like anything to not call a number, anything to not talk to someone, to not get resolution. And then the seconds and minutes are kind of ticking away where I'm like, we got to get on this because, the ultimate goal here is to sell the account, as we'll get into. And it's bizarre that that's even possible, to be perfectly honest with you. And I don't mean like in the moment, but like that's just allowed to happen. And then it's just like, yeah, the account's sold and we can't do anything about it. It's like, the fuck are you talking about? And that's going to be a lot of this conversation too, is like, what do you mean you don't know what to do? What do you mean you can't do anything about it? What do you mean this is final? Like that's really where we're getting to. So I eventually find a number and call them. It's an overseas call center that I get in touch with. Not surprisingly, that's just typical American late capitalism. We don't want to pay anyone in our country to do anything. So we have to call some Indonesian call center paying its people $5 a day. It's wonderful. And they, of course, are really passionate about their job. They definitely care. And they're really invested heavily in the client experience. So I call this place up. And to be fair, the guy I talked to is perfectly nice. And I say that in the tweet. He's perfectly nice. I know he's a low-level dude. He can't do anything, but I tell them what's happening and we go on and on. They ask for like some verifying information. This is important. By the way, they ask for like serial numbers of consoles, other like basic identifying information. And they're basically like, all right, they gave me a at the end of the 15-minute conversation or whatever, they were like, there's nothing we can really do for you. And we're going to put you in some sort of queue. We'll call you back, or I believe he said we'll email or call back within a week. Okay. So that is kind of like set, right? So that's like one angle of it. So I try to go like through the normal course of action. I try to explain to them, by the way, and the guy goes away for about 5 or 7 minutes when I do this to like go talk to his manager. Presumably, maybe he just put me on hold and pretended. But I'm like, I tried to reason with him, and I think he understood. He was nice, and I was like, I didn't get phished. Because the one thing he said to me, which was interesting, I'm like, does this happen a lot? And he's like, actually, it kind of does with like people on Fortnite or 2K getting like scanning QR codes and doing things, and then they get their shit boosted. And I think he thought that was a similar situation. And I'm like, I'm not trying to be a dickhead. I know this is not your fault. I'm trying to tell you that like, I'm a member of the media. I'm like a prominent PlayStation content creator and I'm not asking for special treatment because of that. What I'm trying to say is I'm explaining to you, this is a different vector than what I think you think is happening. Like, I think you think when I tell you that I didn't click a bad link or I didn't get fished, I think you think I'm lying to you, and I'm just telling you, and that's an important thing to say at the top is I always play up like I don't like technology. I don't know anything about technology. And I don't really know very much about technology, but I'm not stupid. I've been on the internet for 33 years. I've been on computers since the early 90s. There are certain things I know. And one of the things especially in this century, don't click on links from weird places. Don't put your password into fields you don't understand. Look for the little padlock, right? Examine. Gmail is really good about this. Like, is this an authentic email? Look at where the email's coming from. I always look at that shit. I don't think that in that respect I've ever gotten got. And there's nothing wrong with getting got that way. I got in a different way, as we'll talk about. But I wanted to be clear. I was trying to be clear to them, like, there are ways where it would be more your fault. And even then, you should be treated with care and respect as a customer. But I was trying to explain that to them. I'm like, I really think you need to do more because like this is like this. So they went away and he came back and he's like, we literally do not have the permission in the system. From leaks, Sony apparently uses this internal system called Parsec, which they've made themselves. That's like a conduit to PSN. And he was saying that he went to talk to his manager and he's like, we like literally don't have the power to do anything because these things have all been changed too many times in recent, like the emails have been changed. The 2FA has been shut off, like all these things. So it's like, we actually are locked out. And I believe them. So he's like, you have to enter a queue. They have to do like an investigation. We'll get back in touch with you via phone or email within a week. So at that point, I'm like freaking out. I'm like, all right, like the jig is going to be up by a week. It's going to be over. Either they're going to fuck around with my account, they'll get it banned or whatever, which we'll talk about that too, or they'll sell it or whatever. So at that point, I am like, all right, I gotta use my connections. Like there's just no shame in it at this point. So I do two things. I email a high-ranking PR person that I've always been very friendly with, who's always been very helpful to me. Who's been at Sony since the 90s, I want to say. And so I got conversation going with her, and I won't say her name here. She doesn't like being out front. Because remember, we actually talked about her in a video, Dustin, and she was like, "Can you please?"
Oh yeah.
Because then people are like, they go to find these people, I think, and see
they
if they
become
can
a target,
right? But I thanked her personally or whatever. I even told her on the phone, I'm like, I'm going to send you like an arrangement or something. Like, you've been so incredibly helpful. Like, what do people send? Like baskets of like fruit and like, nuts and jams and shit, like something nice for her, because she was really, really helpful. So I emailed her, and with an email urgent, like my account got hacked. I also call Greg Miller. My mind goes to like, all right, who do I know and what can I do? I thought about all my connections to the first party. Now that's important in a minute. But I was like, all right, I can get in touch with this person who I know can help me at Sony and get things moving. High ranking person, knows everyone. Who knows everyone though? Like in my experience, like who is the mayor of the games industry? And it's Greg. And it goes all the way back to the beginning of his time in journalism, but certainly when he did Up at Noon, and he would always have people, he just knows everybody. And I knew he would know someone. So I call him, he's recording. So he texts me back and he's like, I can't talk right now. First of all, it must have been like, why the fuck is, like what is this? So he's like, all right, what's the email attached to the account or whatever? And he sends his shit over to like his connection. I have no idea who he talked to. So that's where things sit. The person I reach out to at Sony then calls me. And because she has my number, but I was like, call me at this number. And she was like, is this really you? Which I really respect and appreciate, because like I could have been compromised. And I'm like, yeah. And I told her things that only we would know or whatever. Right. And she's like, okay. Plus we can recognize each other's voices. So she like gets some information from me. We talk on the phone for a little while, accelerates it towards internal PR that can get in touch with like the tech people in San Mateo, like engineering, fraud, and all that kind of shit. So that's like one tether that's going. That's the tether that ultimately solves my problem, and it does it quickly. But that's going. I don't know who Greg reached out to, and it might have worked, but I don't know where that tether ends up, right? So that's kind of like not a dead end. Greg did what he could. I don't really know. I promised that I would say also about the first parties. So the funny thing about this is I'm getting text messages from people in the industry as if I died, like someone died. Which I really respect and appreciate, being like, I can't believe this happened to you. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. But people from multiple first party studios that I'm friendly with, and it's not Naughty Dog and it's not Neil. So I want to be clear about that. Although it would have been awesome. I wasn't going to bother Neil with this. That was kind of a break glass in case of emergency thing where I'm like, I guess I can get really in touch with like certain people if I really want to be like, please, like it's very urgent. Neil, stop directing Intergalactic. I need you to get me my PSN account back. But a couple people at different studios reach out to me, including one person at a studio that Sony owns that's very high ranking. And he was like, I've forwarded this to SIE. Like, we're going to get this solved. All right. So that's like where things sit. This is all within like an hour. Now, here's where things get dicey. I get a phone call from the Sony number. I answer it. It's a dude on the other end. Seems like, again, like vaguely ethnic, not American, right? And he's like, all right, I'm following up on our call that you had earlier in the day. Now, to me, this didn't seem untoward because I'm like, okay, they said that was going to take a week. Someone got in people's ear, blah, 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 up the chain. This is a problem for someone that of some level of prominence. It seems like it's not the usual course of how people get their accounts boosted. Maybe we can help them. So it wasn't unusual for me. I was like, oh, they're actually like, this is all working between all the first party people talking, Greg's contact, the PR person talking, like upping it to fraud and to engineering and everything. Like things are moving. So I was like, okay. So I talked to this guy he doesn't really give me any information. He tells me it's going to take, he's like, all right, well, we're settling in. It's going to take about 3 weeks for us to like solve this problem as you enter the queue. And this person asked me, he didn't ask me any serious, like super serious questions, but he asked me certain questions. He was like, well, what is the original email account on the, he actually asked me a lot of, I should be clear, he asked me a lot of similar questions that they had just asked me. So it's like, what is the bar, like what are the serial numbers on a couple of your consoles? Like what's the original email address? Where was it made? Like that kind of thing. And I gave that information to him, but nothing like credit card information or anything like that, like anything truly identifiable. And then the connection, so I tweet about that. The connection that Dustin and I have been corresponding with, or I've been corresponding with, and Dustin, under Dustin's purview for months, reaches out to me and says, you just talked to the hacker.
Is no one talking?
And I'm like, what?
Yeah, no one's talking.
And I call this guy and he's like, dude, they spoofed the number. He's like, they're not even really interested in your information. They're trying to create trust. And then they'll call you back again later. But like, he's like, you just talked to the hacker. Like you didn't talk
that is crazy.
To Sony. And I'm like, but it's from the number. And like the guy knew the questions. He's like, yeah, these guys are professionals at this. So at that point I get pretty freaked out because I'm like, wait a minute. He's like, and he was right. And I should have known this. He's like, didn't they give you a reference number? And I'm like, yes. He's like, anyone calls you, ask for the reference number. So I was like, fuck. So I gave this guy some identifiable information, nothing too crazy, like my email address. I think you could find that, where I live, my birthday. These are, but the one thing that I gave this guy that I'm, and we'll talk about this a little bit later, is the serial codes from 2 of my consoles. Now, I've probably connected my PSN literally to, especially when I was in media and we had a bunch of consoles, probably 50 plus consoles, but those are on there. So I was like, fuck. So this is all going. About an hour later, I get another phone call. This one is from a California number. I answer it. It's an American guy, American accent, talking to him. What's funny here is ultimately this guy ends up being a very helpful person, a managerial level person in, like, I guess like PSN management or whatever. And it's funny because I'm like, all right, dude. He's like, I'm calling you to help out with your situation. And I'm like, okay, I think got tricked by someone who spoofed your number. So can you give me the reference number? And he was like, and at first he's like, yeah. And he's like typing. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like getting got again. He's like, all right, yeah, I got it here. And he says it. And I'm like, okay, so we're good. This guy, whose name I will not use as well, is the second person, the other person I talked to at Sony, who was extremely helpful, friendly, asked the right questions, and seemed to know what was going on. Now, this person had what seemed to me to be a bespoke high-level access to PSN, the person I was talking to now. He shut the account down. So he basically was like, I'm locking everyone out of the account for now. So he just like did whatever he did. It's like, it's a joke in a lot of movies, but I always think of Meet the Parents in the airport where like the woman is just typing the entire time.
Yeah.
And it's like, what could you possibly be typing? Is that kind of thing. He's probably typing notes, doing his thing. So extremely friendly, extremely helpful, locks the account down. At this point, I start getting phone calls from that Sony 1-800 number again, because the dude realizes they're getting bounced out of the account. And they are used to people getting bounced out of the account because they set dead man switches, which I'm going to get into in a minute, but they don't usually lose them this quickly. So I think at that point they weren't really prepared to, or he or whatever wasn't really prepared to lose the account. So they start calling me and leaving me voicemails, like being like, we're calling to help or whatever. Then I got a text message saying, I'll give you the account back. I never responded to this text message. So they lock the person out and they change some settings behind the scenes and I get my account back. It actually takes a couple hours. So there was like a moment of like letting steam out of the pot. I was trying to explain this, and I think I said this to Dustin actually, is like, I'd much rather the account be in no one's hands. Right? Like, so like once I knew that they didn't have access to the account, they couldn't fuck with it anymore, my stress level went down significantly. Because I'm like, all right, I'd rather just lose it forever than someone else have it. But at least it's like locked out. And then the guy's like, because they changed so much shit, it might take like a few hours for everything to work through because we've put your new email address on there. Like I have a bunch of other email addresses. So I just was like, all right, you use this email address and stuff. And they were like, okay. And the stuff wasn't going through. Like I wasn't getting the email. So they're like, get in touch with us in a couple hours. Let's let it straighten out a little bit. Because it's probably catching up. Ends up not working. So I get back in touch with the guy again, very friendly, very helpful. He's like, all right, I'll try it again. He does it. I get the email to this other address and boom, I click the link and I have access to the account again and it's over. I brought up earlier a dead man switch. Here's what these guys do when they steal PSN accounts is they have access to, they know different people and have access to different accounts. And also they'll do this to random people. They'll start sending inappropriate like racial epithets or like other things that get you banned, often permanently on PlayStation Network, but they won't do anything with them. If they lose the account and aren't able to sell it, they then start reporting those DMs. And PlayStation Network shuts your shit down automatically if you use like, an inappropriate word or whatever until someone can look at it. And so right after I got my account back, I went on PSN and I was permanently banned. Right. So, and it said like your account is permanently, like when you log in, your account is permanently banned. So I knew this was going to happen and I get back with the guy and he's like, yeah, all right. I think I could sense from him that he understood what was happening, that they've dealt with this before. And I don't want to get into the things we were talking about on the phone. I want to respect that. But I will say that like when I said like, I suspect I'm going to get banned because they do this dead man switch side of thing, he sighed. That's like something I remember about it because he's like, he knew, And
Right.
so he's like, all right, he unbanned me quickly. And he's like, you're not going to like, he's like, this is all fixed. My account basically has like flags on it now. And apparently like nothing, what I was told is like nothing can happen to my account unless like a manager level person overrides like all the lock, like a lot, like, so in other words, like even if you call the call center, like even their managers shouldn't be able to mess with it at this point. And I was especially nervous about that because like my console, I don't know if he was recording me or writing things down or just like playing a confidence game, but like having given him the console serial numbers, I'm like, these.
So I'm gonna stop right there, right? Because I don't want to show the full scope and stuff like that. For people who didn't get to see it, I would recommend you definitely watch it. But I think that's where I wanted to stop. I wanted to stop just enough for us to understand what exactly happened and the turmoil he had to go through to get this, right? When this happened and he started talking about it online, I was like, I felt for him. I empathized for him and all that stuff, but I said, what about the rest of us? I don't know Greg Miller, and I don't know nobody in PlayStation. I don't know anybody, right? So I was looking at this from the perspective of Sony just doesn't have the right procedure to handle this, which is odd because Sony has a bank. And I guarantee it's a totally different system. I guarantee ain't nobody taking over a bank account. None of the callers that they have would be able to trick a customer service into taking over somebody's bank account, right? And then number two, just banking across the board, right? Whenever you report like your credit card is has been stolen, right? You notice charges on your credit card or some security issue of some type. You call your bank. The moment you tell the customer service that, they say, all right, we're going to direct you to the security. They have specialized department right off the bat. It ain't going to be the normal customer service that's dealing with this. They'll be like, all right, let me look into it. No, they're going to be like, okay, I'm going to transfer you over to our security sector. And that's all they do. They are specifically designed for security and stuff, right? They look into it. They already have certain levels of permission. They are specifically designed and trained for security, right? Clearly, that's not the protocol for PlayStation. You call customer service, they don't even know what to do. Meanwhile, if you call your bank, they know exactly what to do. We're going to transfer you over to this department. They're not even going to try to talk to you about it or wonder. They're going to be like, wait a minute. So your credit card, you feel somebody, whatever. Okay, I'm going to transfer over to a specific department that is specifically for fraud, identity theft, whatever. Specific people with a specific job this is the department, this is who you're going to talk to, right? And they have specific protocols, right? They have specific protocols on getting your identification, what's your information, and things to verify. What they're able to do on the spot, they are able to lock your account down right on the spot. Right on the spot. We're locking down your card. We're whatever. We're locking it down. We're gonna lock down the card right now. First step. You know. Me, I think Sony should do that. Even if it's someone who wants to fuck with your account and try to do something, and Sony goes, you know what? We're locking down this account. And then let's say you get a message, you're logged out of whatever, you're logged out of whatever, you're logged out of your PSN, and then you go on your email and it says, hey, your account has been locked out, we're noticing this, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, okay, let me call PlayStation. But like, yo, why is my account locked? Why am I locked down? Oh, we're noticing an attempt to access your account. Certain person was calling. Maybe it was you, maybe it was not. But the information wasn't right. So we're just locking an account until we truly are able to identify who the appropriate owner. Okay, this is me. This is my name. This is my address. This is the last 4 digits of my credit card that's tied to the account. These are the last things I purchased. This is blah, 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 blah. Okay, you are the rightful owner of the account. We're trying to let you know your account was almost attempted to get hacked. The person knows your email. The person has certain information, but they didn't know enough. And because of that, we took a protocol just to shut the account down, period, in hopes that the real owner would get notified. I would take that. Sure, is it annoying? But that's what the credit card companies do. If a person tries to spoof you in your credit card and that shit don't sound right to the bank, they're shutting that shit down. The whole account, checking, savings, everything's down. Everything's shut down. They're not playing. You know? They're not playing. They're just shutting everything down. There's way too much money in this for them to just play around and stuff like that, right? So I'm gonna go around. I know some of you like Chill Will, you said you saw this 4 times.
Yeah, because I wanted
Give
to
your
talk
thoughts.
about this. So
Can you also talk about, because I know you saw it 4 times, talk about specifically what did Colin say on how he got hacked? Like, what was it specifically? What was exactly? In fact, let's start there. Because I didn't want to show the whole video because I want to give you guys conversation points. So tell the chat, this is specifically what Colin said on how his account was hacked. Because it wasn't 2FA. It wasn't the basic shit that we know. It wasn't that. The 2FA is fine. Let me put it this way. There's nothing, you'll see. Hey, Chillwell, can you address that, please?
So pretty much, this was a targeted attack. They went after him, and then they immediately threatened the co-host. He said that the targets that usually these hackers, quote-unquote hackers, go for are people in the industry like Colin, trophy hunters. Like he mentions later on in this podcast that the number 1 and 2 trophy hunters of all time, like top 2, the ones that got like 14,000 platinums, they got their shit hacked, and they didn't get their accounts back. And then he said people with rare low character names, so like people who've been with PSN since like 06 when they started doing trophies, where like their shit wasn't even a username, like they didn't have a gamer tag. They're like Rock or Board, like legit something like that, you know? And he was right. The main thing that they want to do is steal your account, and so they could sell it. The crazy thing is they just got it off of his email, and they probably know someone in like because it's someone from a third world country who's trying to sell it for like $500 when he's like getting it for like, or he's selling it for like thousands of dollars, but he's gonna try to pay off somebody from their third world calling center in Indonesia or India for like $500 to someone out there. They're probably not gonna give two fucks because $500 can go a long way. They're only paying their fucking service members over there overseas like $5 a day. Now that's nothing to put towards like any of the employees. Some of them do take their jobs real serious, but there's 3 things that can get your email or your account hacked. One is your email. And the fucked up thing is your email is meant to be shared. Like anytime you buy something online, you type in your name, address, your email, phone number. Like you order a fucking pizza through the Domino's app, you got to put your fucking email in it. Like your email is meant to be shared. That is public data for most of the time. So what I would recommend, I would change your email on your PlayStation account that you use to sign in for your PlayStation login. You got to change that to like a one-op like email. So low-key, I had to go through this situation prior, not because I got hacked, but anyways, that's besides the point. and they can go off of purchases, right? And they can just specifically go off of not like purchases that he posted or anything. So he used an example later in the podcast where he was like, say someone's playing Resident Evil day one and they're going off the trophy list, and they're like, okay, he played it day one, he earned trophies day one, he probably bought it that day or maybe that week. They will easily give your account away. No 2FAs, just that. Your email and some type of verifiable purchase. And that's how they'll hand your fucking account away.
So let's start with there.
I would say ways to prevent it: change your email. Like I mentioned earlier, I had a similar situation earlier this gen. Not because my account got hacked. Actually, my Xbox account got hacked. But I had to change my email to play Madden online. And when I was trying to, mind you, I've had my PSN since the PS3 days, and I just couldn't remember a fucking old ass email from when I was in high school. So I talked to a representative, and they did the same shit. They literally asked me like, okay, what's the old email? What are the last 5 games that you purchased? I didn't even say when I purchased. I was on my PlayStation. I looked at my dashboard, and I was like, okay, these are the last 5 games I purchased. And they're like, you're good to go. Change your name. Now, luckily, at the time, I didn't know I was setting my future self up to be bulletproof, because I changed it to an email that I have never shared. Like, if I go to that email, all it is just PlayStation transaction. Thank you for your purchase. 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 So don't share your email if you do happen to change it. Don't ever post any type of email transactions. So like when I pre-ordered the VR, I took a picture of the receipt, and I did post it at one point in time. That was like on a Snapchat or something, and it's gone now. But don't ever do shit like that. And Extreme has brought it up multiple times too. Physical media, just in case if you do get your account taken away, you do still have all your games. You might not have your account for how many weeks if you were to get it back, but if you don't, you still have your physical media to lean back on.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, let me ask you, Chill Will, why do you think people feel the need to post all this stuff online? Like, I'm asking your opinion. It's not a trap question. I really want your opinion.
No, I get you. So it's just a form of excitement. How many people do you think are going to post that they pre-ordered Grand Theft Auto 6 when pre-orders finally go live? You know what I mean?
Really? You just want to put up, I ordered Grand Theft Auto?
No.
See, people, okay, I'm just asking.
Not even that. When the pre-orders go live, how many people do you think are going to buy it day one just from when the pre-orders go live? Someone can get access to your email.
Yeah, millions.
Exactly. Anybody can get their email taken away. They can get their shit shared out. So someone can be like, hey, what was one of the last games that you guys played from PlayStation support? They'll be like, yeah, I bought Grand Theft Auto 6 that day, the day pre-orders went live. And they'll be like, oh, yep, here you go. You're good to go.
And Craig, I know what you're going with, but be honest. How many times have we talked about games and you person says, oh, yeah, I'm there day one? You literally
don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. My question was that
I knew what he was saying.
But think about it.
I understand what he's saying, because I'm going to get Grand Theft Auto day one, but I'm not going to post anything.
But you did. But you just did though. You literally just said it live on the air.
What? Well, yeah. Well, big deal.
So like, say someone
physically. Greg. I'm gonna, like him said, I'm gonna buy it physically.
No, Greg, you're not understanding.
You're not listening.
You're not getting it. You're not listening.
I understand what you're saying.
You literally told the hacker information that he can use to gain access to your account. You're gonna buy it day one. Therefore, the day it releases, they have the game and the date you purchase. So if he was to call customer service, they'd be like, "Hey, what's your most recent game you played? Grand Theft Auto on this date."
Or better yet, what if someone used Flight Simulator on you because they didn't do a physical copy of that? You posted you playing Flight Simulator in VR. Someone can easily get a hold of your email, whatever it is, Greg Harris at gmail.com or whatever the hell it is. It's not it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
And it's not really the user. It's not really the user, because these are like information that's like at first. In fact, you can say it's harmless because we didn't know that's what Sony used to verify. Me personally, I would have not used your last game purchase. I would have been like, what's the last, what is the method of purchase are you using on your PlayStation? Because there's multiple. There's Cash App, there's PayPal, there's credit card, So that to me, that would have been the first question. Hey, what is the method of payment that you are using on your PlayStation account? Credit card. Wrong. Nope, it isn't. It's, you know, then you already, you know what? We're locking down the account. Wrong answer. Account's being locked down. If you say, oh, I'm using my debit card, correct. What is the last four of that debit card?
Or
that
what
is a
kind
legal
of debit
question.
card is it?
That,
what kind?
you know,
Yeah, that's what I was
what
about to
kind?
say.
They'll know.
Kind?
Well, yeah, what is the brand? It's a Visa. Okay. And what is the last four? And
No,
the
it's
expiration
American
date.
Express. Shut down the fucking account.
You know, it's a MasterCard. Shut down the account. Wrong. We're shutting down the account, and we're gonna send you a message.
Like, why
and we'll
is this so easy? Because he's technically not hacking. He's really not.
He's social
in
engineering.
theory, yeah, he's social engineering. Yeah. That's what I was about to say. He is social engineering. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know. All right. So you have anything else, Chill Will?
Yeah.
If you can, like you
so
said.
Personally,
three
I would
things.
take take all your credit card information off. Anything that you have, if you have your credit card on there to buy digitally. I personally, for the last since I implemented it, I've been using the Cash App, not the Cash App, Apple Pay to pay for my games.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would change your email. That's the number one thing that he said towards the end. So like a one-off email that you've never shared, so no one can get a hold of it.
Okay. You said there was three things total. That was the first, the email?
Yeah. So the first one is their targets are for people like Colin, people with influence. 2, they go for trophy hunters with older accounts and a fuck ton of trophies, because if you have a fuck ton of trophies, you clearly have a fuck ton of games. 3 are the people with the rare low character names, because they know they've been there since the early days. Because PSN came out in 2006? Trophies came out in 2006? Or 2008, around there.
Like
they know you have
2008.
They know you have almost a 20+ year account, so they're going after people with a fuck ton of games because those are the accounts worth selling.
Right. Okay.
So that's how they got. That's how they got him. Did he get everything back? I'm not sure. I was kind of.
Oh yeah.
He did get everything back. Okay. All right. Now I'm just asking because I kind of saw it, but I've been working and getting this shit done. So. No, that's unfortunate. I'm glad he got it back. I'm glad he got his stuff back. That's good.
Yeah, but the only reason why he was able to get his back is because he's been in the industry for like, I think he said 25+ years. He knows people within Sony. He knows directors of first-party studios. He said his break glass moment was to literally call Neil Druckmann. He's like, what the fuck am I supposed to say? Stop directing Intergalactic so you can help me get my PSN account back. You know what I mean?
Oh wow!
Like he is connected. He knows people. That's why he was able to get his account. So Porter Rock is asking, what the fuck do any of us average Joes do? If we lose our accounts, we're fucked. He even says it later in the same stream that a French journalist said that his account got hacked last year, and it happened to him during Christmas time when everyone is off on vacation. So he was kind of fucked out of his account.
Damn. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm glad he got it back, but wow. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, if you go, you go physical. It's you at least can, I guess, still roll. I mean, I try to go physical as much as I can. So,
I want to say this.
That's me though. So
let me say this. I mean, it goes without saying, but scammers should be lined up and shot.
Oh,
damn.
I'm just saying, bro. And you know what I'm saying? Like in a perfect world, I can't stand them fucking scammers, bro. That's in everything, everywhere. Any app. It doesn't matter what app it is. It could be WhatsApp, it could be Telegram, it could be Facebook, it's so prevalent everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like it just kind of irks you to see technology come into this where there's an entire genre of tech that's just dedicated to that. And of course, we know time and time again, a lot of the country that you see a lot of it coming out of is India, and that's not the only place, but that's definitely one of the main hubs of that type of stuff.
And he did say that he's like $500 to an employee getting $5 a day. It's going to look like a lot because they're going to end up selling the account for thousands of dollars anyways.
So this is another thing. It's also an inside job. We got that, like from what I understand, there's people who work for Sony that is supporting, that is part of this scam.
Mm-hmm.
That there's people, the overseas, that are part of this scam in helping, assisting people take over accounts, because they'll get like $500, and $500 in certain countries is like
a lot.
It's just you're pretty much like a drug dealer at this point. You're making as much money as drug dealers at this in their perspective and stuff.
Wow.
You know,
then that takes it somewhere else.
and that's
That
like
just further explains why we need to have physical media as a go-to, or at least an alternative option.
And now
especially
that was
in
the thing
PS6
that was the thing that Colin mentioned. He was like, "What are you guys gonna do later, 2 years down the road when you guys have an all digital handheld?"
yeah, because you're not getting physical for the PlayStation handheld.
Fuck no.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And you know, and here's the thing: I understand the whole physical, but that's excusing the company.
Yep.
We shouldn't have to say, "Oh, let me go back to physical." You understand what I'm saying? I mean, you know, that's like saying, I mean, do we say, "Well, let me just go back to shopping physical stores. I'm no longer going to use Amazon anymore."
Amazon.
Like
Right.
no, because Amazon
this-
makes sure they put in the best protocols and the best practices to secure
Yeah,
accounts.
you never hear
And so
Amazon
does
getting
Apple.
Are we going to go back to
That-
cash
Yeah.
too? Are you going
And
to say that?
Apple.
So when
That
you
was one of
buy
my
these
points.
physical games, are you using cash or you can still use your debit card?
Right.
Because it's the same. It's the same logic. If you're gonna
Still the
go
same
back
shit,
to
because when
if
you
you're
buy
gonna go
something
back
with
to
a credit card, the last 4 are still on the receipt.
yeah, but not just
of
that.
your-
If you're gonna go, if we're gonna say, oh, this is why you go physical, okay, then go back to cash. Stop using your debit card because it's the same mindset logic. Just but we don't say that because the bank industry, the financial industry, they got their shit tight
Right.
because this is serious. And in my opinion, this should be elevated to where Sony like fix your shit. Like stop using cheap labor. You have too many customers, and now you're raising the price. So this is way too expensive to be bullshitting. To just have some random guy earning $5 an hour in India or
Real quick,
Pakistan
you
or whatever.
think
$5 an hour.
you think that they would
Or
take
$5 a day. I'm sorry, $5 a day or a week or whatever.
You think they would take a closer look at this after SIE Pictures got hacked, after Crunchyroll got hacked, after Insomniac got hacked, or better yet, after the fucking 2011 hack where we couldn't use fucking PSN for a month, Like, well, what the fuck is it going to take? It's going to have to take someone like Colin Moriarty who's going to make you guys look fucking stupid.
Nah.
Your fucking security is already a laughingstock of the industry. Now, to be fair, he says it in the video too. Everybody can get their shit got, whether it's Nintendo, Steam, Xbox. I just said earlier, the first time I set up an Xbox account, I got hacked. But it's easier to get your accounts back through those than it is Sony. Like he says it later in the video again, where the top 2 trophy hunters, the number 1 dude, he probably bought every game ever fucking made up to the point where his account got hacked, and he's shit out of luck. He can't get his account back.
And that's insane.
why the fuck
You have to create a new
Why can't
account.
why can't he get it back?
Right.
Yeah.
It's so easy for them to take it away, and now he can't get his own fucking account
Yeah.
back. You're talking about you guys boasted your numbers how last gen each customer for the PS4 spent like $500. That motherfucker was spending $500 like a quarter a month. You know what I mean?
The crazy part is I don't understand how you can't get
He
it back.
should
Like
have-
they could
he
just
should
say, you
have
know what?
priority.
We're just gonna shut the account down and we're gonna figure it out. That way we lock everybody out. Because that was the right move. When Colin said that they shut down the account, that's what you do. Because now what's gonna happen is you're gonna get people's gonna come out and be like, all right, because you're shutting down the hackers and you're shutting down the real guy. Then from thorough investigation, while everything is off, because that's what the banks do. This is the crazy part. Sony has a bank. Yo, Extreme says this all the time. Sony's the only company that doesn't use their own best practices for the other division. Because, like you said, Sony Pictures got hacked. Crunchyroll got hacked. But you know who never got hacked? Sony Bank.
Their bank.
Yeah, they're
None
banned.
of their subscribers got hacked. Like, if I was Hiroki Totoki, I'm like, hey, who's my CEO of the bank? How come you don't
Fire
get hacked?
that motherfucker.
Because these are my processes. I'll look at the rest of the divisions like, I would be like Will Smith.
I think I know what it is.
Do that. Do that. Do what he's doing. Do what he's doing. Copy our own shit. We got best practices in finance. Copy his shit. It's easy. Like, I don't understand this shit. What's up? What's up, Brain?
I think I know what it is because the moment you said that Sony has a bank and that was never hacked, but everything else was hacked, to me that took it somewhere else. And to me, I think it really comes down to it's either two things. And I think, matter of fact, I'm gonna just hit the first thing. What I really think it is. What I really think it is the fact that it would really take Sony for shit to really hit the fan like it got to be something way worse than than anything that happened in 2011 when no one could have used the PlayStation Network for about a month. And when I say when shit has to hit the fan, I mean like, hey, you know what? The government really got to come in and pay like they have to be really regulated. I not to say that the game industry is not really regulated, but to me it's nowhere near as regulated, nowhere near
like the
as,
finance, like the financial
finance
sector.
as finances, you know, SEC or FDIC or anything else, you know, with money, because at the end of the day, you're dealing with people's money, and of course, if things are is insured by the government or has some backing by the government, you know, of course, that's going to cause some type of some type of blowback one way or the other. So the fact that even happened, to me, that's where it takes something like that. It would have to be something like that to for it to be mass changes. Because you're absolutely right, and I thought about this, you know, much earlier. I say, you never heard of Amazon ever getting hacked. You never heard of PayPal. You never heard of PayPal ever getting hacked. And I use those two specifically because of the fact that if they ever got hacked, that'd be the death knell to their business, and that's it. Like it'll be no more Amazon, it'll be no more PayPal, because they better have really good security practices. Now I'm gonna get to the to the point as well too. You are absolutely right as to, hey, you know, if it was an average person, you know, we would be shit out of luck. I mean, I never heard of anything. I know what social engineering is, but I never heard of, oh well, you're using public information as far as my email. Excuse me, you're using a public piece of information that anybody can tell you if emails are you know, more or less public information. And then secondly, you're going by, you know, by the purchases, and you're kind of putting the onus upon each individual user to fix the issue that you guys should be dealing with in the first place. I could see if Sony had, you know, if their security, excuse me, I could see if their online was free, like the way it was back in, you know, 2006 all the way up into 2011, before, you know, they had these hacks. But as you said earlier, we're constantly, you know, the price of PSN is constantly going up. So where is this money going towards? Like, why is it not going towards towards the betterment of their infrastructure? Or, I understand every company needs to make profit. Why, you know, as far as when it comes down to IT issues, like I mean, personally, I think it should be based on whatever country you're in. So if I'm in the United States and I get my account hacked, I should be dealing with somebody in the United States or Canada. Same thing in Europe. If I was living in Europe or Cameroon or South Africa or fucking Japan, I should be dealing with IT people in those particular you know, in those particular areas, because, you know, so that they can easily help me, as opposed to, you know, I gotta, you know, I'm dealing with somebody that's 13 hours away because they in a different part of the globe. And there's not only is there a language barrier, but there's a time barrier as well. And you got to sit up there and explain. And this is not a knock against them, because at the end of the day, if people are hired for cheap labor, and they were only trained a certain way, and I know this is frustrating, because I dealt with this plenty of times. You're trying to explain to them, no, that is not the situation. This is the situation. And you can, you know, it can get frustrating. So I really don't like this at all, because I do think that Sony has really clearly, I don't think that I really want to say they really don't fucking care. They really don't, unless you're influential, or
it comes off that way.
Yeah, it really does. Like, Sony don't fucking care, and to me that looks bad, because it's like, yo, man, hey, y'all can make the best games in the world. You know, your games can give me head through electronically somehow. But if y'all don't give a fuck about my information, and then this information is shared, and it's part of the terms of, the terms of service or the conditions, and it's all the onus is upon me for me to turn things off, and I should have some type of responsibility. But there's other things that I should not be responsible for. I am not responsible for you guys' security. If I'm giving y'all money for a fucking for a product and a service, then I expect a certain level of accountability and service to be had. To me, ultimately, this is totally unacceptable.
I mean,
agree.
how are
Because
they
if I lose
hacking-
my account, if I lost my account today, dude, I'm not gonna want to rebuy the 700 games I have on my account.
Fuck no.
Really?
100 of those I probably couldn't rebuy because they're not on the store no more.
But why? I
What
don't
are you gonna say,
understand. I'll just really fast. I mean, I thought having the trophies was important. They're actually targeting people with a lot of trophies, because you're saying
Yeah,
that,
because
that
if you
that
target more
means they
people
play
with more if you target more people with platinum trophies, that you clearly have more games. You know what I mean? And the more games you have, the more it entices a buyer.
Think about it. A platinum
So they
trophy.
buy your account that they have access to the games.
Yeah, think about it. A platinum trophy represents a full game. So like let's say for example, we'll use Sean King. Sean, how many?
Yep. And he's the one that I kept thinking of when I was watching
how many
that
plats
over
you
and
got?
2,328.
That's at a minimum. That's at a minimum 2,300 games. At a minimum, because think of the games he did in platinum. On top of that,
I'm close to 4,765 games right now.
So
that's
logically,
on your account.
That's wild.
when you see an account,
That's on my account. That's on my account.
So when you see an account that has 2,000 platinums, that tells you they have 2,000 games. They have access to 2,000 games or more.
At least
because
2,000.
think of the games
Sean,
they did in
be
platinum.
honest. If you lost your account today, dude, are you really gonna try to rebuy 4,000 games?
Oh no, because I mean, most of those games I got from review codes. I mean, and
All right. So if you lose your account, do you think they'll resend you all those review codes? No, you'd have to.
hell
rebuy them.
no, hell no, because that was for promotional purposes.
It's lost. Everything's lost. You lost everything.
They're fucking with his business at that point.
You could only go forward now.
Yeah,
At that
I mean, all I can do is just go by the videos that I have on my account. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say because I have a different account now than I had on my PS4. So none of my PS4 stuff is I can't even.
Yeah, I make sure my
guess I
email's
could.
different from
But
my.
is it because you don't remember? You don't remember your account?
No, this is a different. No, I created a whole different thing when PS5 came out.
Yeah, so I was mentioning that I'll say mine earlier. When the PS5 came out in like the first year, all the games that came out that year, like Madden drops in like July, 2K drops in like September. When the PS5 came out in November and they gave you all the free updates for those games, I had to sign in to EA Online, and I didn't remember my old ass PSN network from that I created in middle school.
I'm glad
if I wanted to play Madden online, so I went through the same verification that a hacker could easily do. I talked to someone from customer support, and I was like, "Hey, I want to play Madden online, but I don't remember this old ass password from this email that I changed from back in the day." They're like, "All right, what's the new email you want to change it to?" I was like, "I want to change it to this." And then the only thing they asked me were like, "What were the last 5 games you purchased?" And I was just looking at my dashboard because I had my PlayStation on at the time. I was like, "Okay, I bought this, and they're like, "All right, you're good to go."
So it's funny because it would be like, all right, we'll send you a link to the old email. Just go to your old email. And you could be like, well, I don't have access to email. Well, get access.
Yeah. Well, like what
Get
about
access to your own email.
two-step verification? Because that's something that usually includes like your cell phone, so that only you have access to that.
Well, that's so this is what I like. I'll say this: ADT does that. And I don't know if you guys, just in case ADT is a security firm for a home or whatever.
Yeah,
when you create your account,
I got ADT.
You have to create a password to even talk to customer service. That's the first thing they ask you. Be like, hey, what is the password that you set for yourself? You know, whatever. You know, like for Craig, he'll be like, get it ready. They'll be like,
yeah,
the
that's exactly what my password would be.
Yeah, but if you don't say the password, they can't talk to you. There's no ADT you can do.
Right. No, that's true. Yeah, my mom has
you could
ADT.
be on fire or whatever. They'll be like, then call 911 or hit the emergency button. But if you have an issue with your account, before we even begin, what is the account password? What is, and not the password on the app or what you put it on the website. What is the personal voice password that you said that we can talk to you? Get it ready. Okay. Hey, how you doing, Craig? What can we do for you?
How do you spell that, Craig?
Huh?
His password is get it ready.
Is it one word? Is it one word? It's one word.
You see what I'm saying? But like the protocol to identify people is stupid. Like it's absolutely stupid. Like
the way they wanted me to verify myself was just to name the last 5 games I bought. I was like, wait, what? I was like, all right, Bloodborne remake, Bloodborne 2, Bloodborne 3, Bloodborne 4, Bloodborne 5.
Like the protocol is bad, right? So the
very
standard
bad.
operating procedure
really
needs to
bad.
be updated. Yeah,
I agree with Brain. This is the onus on Sony. Sony should really do something
Absolutely.
about this.
Absolutely.
It's not happened too many times, and it continues to happen. Just like you said, we're not calling Moriarty. We don't got that notoriety.
Yep.
So if it happened to us, we just shit out of luck. We up Shit's Creek without a paddle, you know.
Imagine if I call, I'd be like, I'm kind of famous. I'm your only friend is you 2 Streets. Who? I'd be like, yeah, 5 years ago I crashed out on Hellblade. only selling 150K. Oh, we know you now. Nah, I'm just kidding. Oh, we know you now. You know, it's like, this is absolutely ridiculous. When he said this, and I'm happy he got his account, but I'm like, you got it because you Colin Moriarty. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. He called the right person. I'm going to tell you, out of all the people he called, called the right person. Right? Nope, not Greg Miller. Nope. I'm going to tell you, he called his PR friend. Because now it's not about, when you're in charge of PR, it's not about Long Island Viper. It's not about Colin Moriarty. It's not about it's not about, oh, this is my friend. This is about protecting Sony's public relations.
Public image, yeah.
He knew, and I guarantee Colin realized that. If I call this guy, this is going to get fixed because this guy is going to prevent a PR nightmare. PR, imagine the headline. Long Island Viper loses PlayStation account. One of the top PlayStation podcasts, and now his account's gone. That PR knew exactly what was going to happen. He saw the articles before they were even written, and that's why this shit got resolved. Because he saw it. He protected Sony's interest. Now, I'm pretty sure as a friend, he also cared, but I guarantee from a professional standpoint, he knew this shit's going to get ugly. Sacred symbols, this is going to get bad. Sony's going to get a huge black eye, and the fact that the PR directly knows about it, oh, you know goddamn well this shit's going to the top. And I guarantee the conversation he had with SIE wasn't just, oh, my friend Colin Moriarty, you know, he's a good dude, talks PlayStation. No, he's talking PR executive. He's like, listen, one of the top PlayStation podcasts that has X amount of followers, X amount of traction, he lost his account. And if we don't get this account bad and this hits social before we're able to control this, this is going to be bad on us.
And he still went public with it by making that clip, which is going to draw more attention to it. And, you know, let's hope something comes of this, like something comes out of this where they start looking at, you know, allocating some resources to make sure that that's something that doesn't become widespread.
Good on him. He told Sony that he was going to go public with this, and that they have people that listen to the podcast and PR, and that they're going to look into it. So unfortunately, if it were to happen to someone, it honestly happened to the best person. They say the same thing in the video, but it's like they need to act on it. You know what I mean? Because that's the quickest way to lose. That's your quickest way to lose customers, especially ones that are predominantly buying your shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
What? I fucking lost access to my account. What the fuck kind of bullshit is this? I'm not rebuying 100+ games. Fuck all that.
All the money lost. Hey, come on, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
let me get into the viewer activity.
Go ahead,
we're gonna kick it off. We're gonna kick it off with Bulwark Country. He starts off with $10 super chat. Thank you. He says, as a professional in the field, this topic hurts my brain because you got to be a fucking idiot to fall for social engineering. I'm sorry. So what? They spoof their number. It happens every day. I don't.
But he just said it happens every day, though. You know what I mean?
It happens. It didn't happen directly to him, though. Like, I could understand if he got an email, he clicked the link, and now everything. He just said they didn't go after him. In fact, he's describing they're going to Sony customer service, and either they're in on it or they're too stupid to do their job. That's what happened. Colin didn't do anything. Nothing. He didn't do nothing.
He didn't fall for nothing.
He didn't fall for anything. So it's
he
not
literally
on him.
got hacked while he was live on air.
Yeah,
he did nothing wrong.
So he wasn't socially engineered. PlayStation customer support either gets socially engineered or they're doing an inside job, which to me goes back to what I said earlier. When you talk to a bank and you call customer service, they're not the ones that deal with fraud, identity fraud, or whatever. It's a whole different department because it's unique people that are trusted with that access now. So the average customer service that's in Pakistan or India or Malaysia, Thailand, they shouldn't be the guys dealing security issues. The moment you talk to them, be like, hey, I'm locked out on my account. Oh, okay, we're going to transfer you over to the security section.
Account specialist.
You know? Them guys, the low-level customer service, they should be dealing with, hey, I made a bad purchase. I want a refund. Okay, here's, basic shit, right? Like, hey, my account, I can't log on. Oh, there's a network outage. Okay, things like that. Or, my friend list disappeared. All right, we'll look into it. We'll see why all your friends just disappeared and stuff like that, right? Or you report harassment. Hey, I'm getting harassed. I'm getting all this stuff. I block. Okay, we'll look into that. But the moment you talk about my account is locked and I don't have access to it, all right, we're going to send you over to the security team. They're going to help you get your account back or deal with your trouble issues, right?
God, it's one of
And
those
that
things about
department,
this era of gaming that's just so annoying. All this
yeah,
shit.
and that department is a little bit higher level, and the company really vets the people who work in that department. Because now you're talking about money. You're talking about lots of money. You're talking about, for some people, 5-figure money, more than $10,000 worth of games and all that stuff. Subscriptions, credit cards embedded. And if sometimes people put their address, like you get access to the address, the credit card information. There's a lot of stuff in there. So a whole new department, they'll be like, hey, we handle other minute stuff, but for a major account, we're gonna transfer you over to a specific department that handles that stuff.
Well, I'm just glad he got
better
it. He got it back, so that's good. I mean, that's good that he got it back. But sucks that it happened to him or anybody. That can happen to anybody. So, but it sucks.
Hope this help us, help other people who don't go through the same thing.
They need to fix their system. They need to fix it, or they need to overhaul it. Complete overhaul. The fact that he said you have to use AI to get a number in the first place, you're already wrong. Because in banks, that's the first number. They'll like when you get a credit card, you'll get the envelope, you get the mail, you get the credit card, but in the envelope, they're giving you numbers. This is security. This is what happens if you breach. This is who you call. They tell you up front. This is who you call if you suspect you lost your credit card or you feel your credit card's been breached. They will literally tell you
right on the back of the card.
Yeah, they literally. Yeah, it's on the back of the car, literally.
That part. Doughboy for sure had to use that number before.
Hey, for real.
I did. It happens.
So P-Rock, so you're saying there isn't hot Asian women in my area that want to meet?
Oh man!
This guy. This dude, bro. This dude. He got you. You know what? Hey, Terbiv, buy physical, buy cash. That's it. Just stick with cash.
Already ahead of you.
Put your money under the mattress. Right? Stuff it under the mattress. All right. Bobo Conti, another super chat. Thank you for the $2 super chat. He says, so $500 a day here isn't a lot.
No.
Eh?
It's not bad though.
Where? Where's here? Because $500 a day, if I'm doing my math right, assuming a 5-day work week, that's like what, $130 a year? Most Americans don't even make $130 a year. 60% of Americans make $40,000 or less. So even in America, a $130K a year job is like really good. Mm-hmm. So I would imagine. Let me ask you, like, for those out in the Pacific, like, $130K in India, is that good money? 130 American dollars? If you were in India making $130,000 American dollars, is that good, or is India?
Should be living like a king.
I'm asking. Maybe I'm wrong about India. I don't know.
What is he saying? What, $500 a day is not a lot of money for someone to earn as a salary?
Because
that's pretty decent.
Because what they're saying is, no shit. Like what they're saying is, $60 an hour is not, because what they're saying is, there's also potential that it's an inside job. That these groups that hack people, they're actually paying people who work for Sony in customer service to help them hack accounts, and that they're offering them $500 American dollars to do it. So so let's say if you got a customer service representative in India, is $500 enticing? Is that good money in India, Malaysia, or Thailand?
We're all about computers. Someone could Google that shit.
I'm doing it. Chill.
It's like, chill. You see what I'm saying?
$500 a day, good here. So you can imagine over there. Like,
I'm telling you, I would say this in general: $500 a day is good. It is absolutely.
They're only getting paid $5 a day from the actual SI. $5, busters. They're only getting paid $5.
Depends on the situation. If I'm making $500 a day, like every 5 days a week, that's one.
Even in the U.S., if I was making $500 a day, I'd be like, shit.
But if it's just if it's $500 every once in a while to hack something, because obviously you can't do that every day, then
yeah. Let me see something.
Yeah.
Let's
It's
see.
not
What
worth my job
is
security in some ways.
what
Yeah.
is the average?
So while you're looking, I'm gonna say
By the
something.
way, that's not
about
us saying that's not a lot. Like, what the fuck? This is the
Yeah.
example you use. Over here trying to set us up.
What is the average hourly salary for a customer service rep
like people in and out makes like what $22 an hour
in India?
That's very,
Well, that's
In-N-Out
California.
Burger?
That's California.
Yeah, they're not making. Yeah, they're not making.
But that's nothing. That's
$5 a
nothing in
day.
California. Yeah.
Yeah, that's also not $500 a day. Far from it, right? So yeah.
It's not. So like in Malaysia, minimum wage per day in Malaysian ringgit is about, say, high end 98, which converts to 24 US.
There you go.
According to Google. So I don't know where
per hour or for
all right, here we go. So here we go. So here's the
day.
question.
It's just per day.
So this is the question I asked. What is the hourly average salary? What is the average hourly salary for a customer service rep in India? Right? It says based on the current exchange rate of approximately 0.01, whatever. The average hourly salary for customer service in India converts. On the low end, it's about 10 to 11 cents per hour. On average,
for
it's pretty low.
Gonna be trying to scam and hack.
On average, for the average seasoned, anywhere between $2.43 to $2.47.
Oh wow!
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Even in Malaysia, it's low as well. Same. So like a monthly salary.
Like
is about
to put this in
200.
perspective, like even out like the only profession that you're allowed in America to pay below minimum wage, across the state, across country, federal minimum wage at the national level is $7.25. But then each of the states can set their own minimum wage. Like California, I think minimum wage is like what, $15?
I think so. I can't remember.
It's like $15 an hour, whatever. The only jobs that are allowed to get paid below minimum wage in America are waiters and waitresses. And that's because they make tips. So the tips are expected, whatever. And even they get paid like $7. Like if you're in a state where the minimum wage is $7.25, they get paid like $5 an hour, but they make their money back up in tips. That's why American tipping culture is so ridiculous, because that's where they really make their money. But $2.50 an hour, you're not making a lot of money, at least from the American standard.
Right.
Now, if that's what you're making working 8 hours a day in India, and somebody presents you, hey, here's 500 American dollars if you do this, listen, people did wrong for less money. Some people did wrong for no money. Like, look, even in the U.S. military, you got people who gave up secrets for no money. You got, what is it? There was a PFC, a very junior airman who gave up secrets. He uploaded it on the Discord. He put top secret information on the Discord to impress 15-year-olds.
What the hell?
Like, the fuck is we like you know? So some people, like, let's do this. There is no rationale on doing the wrong thing. You can't rationalize a person doing the wrong thing. Once a person decides to do the wrong thing, rationale is out the window. Because rational-wise, you shouldn't be doing the wrong thing, regardless of the money. But once a person decides to do the wrong thing, it's not, oh, that person want to do it for $500. No, some people do it for $50. It's irrational. It's an irrational mindset now. You can't rationalize and logically think how to do the wrong thing logically. It's just you don't know. So I could easily see someone in India get approached for 500 American dollars to give up some douchebag's account. And especially like if it doesn't get traced back to you, because maybe they don't have the right system to say, okay, who accessed this account? Who was actually working this? Sony may not have that. There may be no record logs of a specific person, a specific account. Right? Especially if it's a third party, who knows? Doing from home, there's just a lot of issues with this. It's just a lot, you know. If Sony did the bare minimum, because they're like, oh, it's just video games, you know, it's not the same as a bank. No, you need to treat it the same as a bank. Especially if you want to grow, and especially you're charging more money. Like, man, people spending thousands of dollars a year on this platform. Right? This is absolutely insane. Let's continue. Bobo, we need to stop. Sony did not get hacked. It was a user got hacked. This is why non-gamers say we are the mentally special. Like,
We didn't
I don't
say
understand.
that.
I don't even understand that super chat. What is he saying?
I don't even respond to bro. He
Like,
We didn't even
Bobo,
say
I
that.
appreciate the super chat, but like, I don't understand what is he arguing? I don't understand.
He's trying to put the onus on the individual instead of the company. That's exactly what he's doing.
I don't know.
The fault lies in two. The fault lies in two. No, but the fault lies in two places. Sony's verification processes hacked it. Literally, it needs to be more secure because yes, it is a day in games now. Everyone's the amount of money that's in a PlayStation account with your games. But secondly, regardless of the fact that their process is crap, that information, if you are going and screenshotting and posting things publicly that has any of your information that allows someone to track you down, you're stupid. I'm sorry, I don't care who you are.
Yeah, I think people have gotten way too comfortable online.
But the
doing
problem
whatever the fuck they
is,
want.
the information is literally, hey, like I told you guys, I'm buying Soros day one, so I'm an idiot for saying that. That's literally what the information Sony uses.
You're not. But
I'm
if you
done.
post anything that can identify you, like your
how many of
identifier,
us-
your email address.
Yeah. But how many of us,
Rock, you dummy.
how many of us said, yeah, I'm gonna buy this game day one
wrong?
on this podcast? We all said it at one point.
Yeah.
We all did. Now I can't tell you, hey, Porter Rock, are you gonna get Wolverine? Nah.
Not digital.
No, not gonna buy
Physical.
it at all.
Buy the physical. This is what they always say. Buy the physical.
You know?
Then like there's nothing to validate.
It's just like, nope, not gonna buy it at all. Nope, not interested.
It's
Like
also-
I guess I'm gonna have to hide. And then, even if you don't buy it, just like how Chilwell said, there's timestamps on your trophies. So you buy Wolverine the day it comes out. The very first trophy, like get your first kill, which is literally something you're gonna do within the first 2 minutes.
Or better
It
yet,
time-
what if Brother Craig buys the next Mass Effect, plays it day one?
But it gets a timestamp.
Yeah.
So logically, listen, the hackers, they'll just roll the dice. If they get it wrong, okay, we could hack their account. 50-50. I mean, that was low.
There's
But if they be
90, there's 130 million accounts that we could try to get.
Yeah, but if they call and be like, oh yeah, Puerto Rock, whatever, okay. What was the last game you bought? Oh, Wolverine on September 16th. Because they saw me, they saw my trophy information. And they be like, yeah, you got it. What can we do for you? The fuck?
Yeah, that procedure is terrible. The verification is
Yeah,
terrible.
that is
So now I have to
terrible.
private. So now,
Yeah.
now I feel stupid because how many people came up with the excuse? I'm not showing you my trophy ID. Think it was Social Security. Well, I guess they're right. It is your Social Security now. I'm gonna have to privatize my PSN now, so that way no one knows what game I buy, when I buy it, what. I guess it is Social Security. I guess, I'm gonna apologize to all the people who hid their stuff and said, no, I'm not giving you my information. And I mocked you and I talk shit like it's not Social Security. What the hell are you talking about? You're just a non-gamer. I retract that. You're right.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was
Privatize your
unfortunate
shit.
that there were that
Privatize
people went in and attacked people for I don't know why. I mean, I thought it was sad that there were people doing that. Not everybody did it. Let's be honest. Not everybody did it, but a lot of people did. And I'll say it again. You owe nothing. You don't owe an explanation to anybody. Just if you're gaming, play your games. If I understand getting excited for getting something. No, I'm going to go get my ticket for Disclosure Day tomorrow. I'm going to be the first one in line. So I understand the excitement.
That looks
I
like an
understand the
interesting
excitement.
movie.
Yeah, so I'm going. My ticket's going to sell in my city at 9. I'm going to be there at 8:50. I may do a vlog. So,
You are bold.
yeah,
Timing of
like
that movie
Gatorade.
is quite eerie.
You're getting
though,
doxxed, apparently.
Hey, and just to
Yeah,
warn
so-
you, but they know no one's gonna mess with you because they know you have that bottle of Diddy oil ready. They don't want the smoke. They don't want the smoke.
2 for 1.
bro.
They'll be like,
2 for 1,
nah,
yeah.
Craig got that Diddy oil with him. You're not, no, I'm good. They don't want the, hey, Valkyrie, look like you got something to say. Look like you have a little stress.
I'm not stressed. I'm just like,
She's like, I don't even have a PlayStation. This stresses me out. Hey,
But it's not,
Valkyrie,
because
when
I
you
work
do
in
get the
I work in the
PS5,
industry.
don't say it. Don't even tell people you got it. You might as well just keep it a secret.
I would lock down my account. I do not make anything public. I don't need people need to do that stuff. But because of my job, I said we deal with security and PII data and customer stuff. But part of the other thing as well is yes, the company has a shit process, but it's also on people that if you want to, and yes, and the thing is that your player IDs or your tags over time have changed, right? But there are games that I play now, right? My player ID is not the same as my actual account ID that I use to verify my account. So I can put whatever I want for you guys to see, gamer girl, blah, 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 but my actual one that I use is separate and it's different. So I can change the other one as much as I want. The other one is private and held. So yes, I can share it with whoever I'm playing games with and they can follow me and they can invite me and play game stuff. But the other one is private. And that's what game companies should do. And also as a gamer, that's what you should do. If a platform has that or a game has that ability or their account, go do that. So part of it is we have got so lax because technology and industry and gaming, anything really has got to that point. But now you have to educate yourself. Yes, the general public doesn't necessarily go along those lines because that's not what they have to do. But I expect that gamers are on a different level. So, get with the program.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, it's unfortunate you have to kind of try to stay one step of the game. It sucks you just can't turn your shit on and play.
Nah.
And that's what the majority of people are doing. But yeah, I've never understood why there are some, it's not everybody. I ain't even trying to say it's everybody. But yeah, I've never understood why hunting trophies and stuff was a big deal. If I literally bought a game and it said you must get all trophies to finish the game, then I would be beating my head to do it. But shout out to everybody that's doing it. Shout out to everybody that does that. But it ain't my cup of tea. So, but shout out to everybody that's doing it.
But even if you're not a trophy
hunter,
I just wanted to agree
even
with them real quick because like
you don't even need a trophy hunt. If you're just
no, even like me, I'm not
just go off of the first trophy.
Yeah, but they're targeting.
He played it that day. He played it day one.
Though. But if they're targeting people, that's
one of them.
unfortunate.
They're also targeting people
that
have older accounts. Hold on, can I talk? They're also targeting people that just have an older account. They're targeting people who have multiple games because the more games you have, and it's just easy to verify how many games you have going off of trophies. But yeah, you could be like Porter Rock, who doesn't trophy hunt.
I don't trophy hunt.
But he's had an account for a while now, so that his account would look enticing to someone to sell.
Yeah,
that's why I keep telling people. That's why I keep telling people you don't have to be a trophy hunter per se to get a lot of trophies. It's going to naturally happen as you play games. If you play a lot of different games and you beat the games, you're just gonna get trophies. It's just gonna happen. Every level that you beat, every weapon that you upgrade, it's just gonna happen. And then when they see, man, look at all these trophies. Well, the only way you could get all these trophies is by what? By playing a lot of games.
By playing,
which means you might own a lot of games, and then you become an actual target.
I agree with I understand what Chill Will was saying. I guess that's a juicier target, like a bigger fish that they're going after.
Like if you don't have a lot of trophies,
that makes sense. Yeah.
That when they look and you don't see a lot of trophies, chances are they're like, oh, this guy don't play a lot of games. Or like first,
I understand
probably play a few games, probably the same games. It's not worth it. So they'll look at profiles with the most diverse amount of trophies because those are their accounts.
Get access to them.
And think about it. Look at it from the criminal's perspective. It could be a user whose trophies is 1,000 physicals. They don't know, but they don't care. They're gonna try anyway because they might hit the jackpot. They might hack the account and be like, "There's not one goddamn game on this account. How the hell they got 10,000 trophies?" Because it's all physical. It's 100% physical. You see what I'm saying? So
makes sense. It makes sense.
But to the criminal, they don't care. It's a jackpot.
They don't care. Yeah,
they just move on to the next account.
It's a fish. Yeah, it's a big fish. It's like, oh, well, no, I can't get
this. He even
so
said it in the video. Like, if they can't sell it, they're going to do some way to get that shit banned no matter what. They're going to start sending racial or inappropriate messages to other people where SIE is going to report it, and then you're going to ban your shit no matter what. So either way, as soon as you lose your account, it's probably gone.
That's why he called it the dead man switch. That's the dead man switch.
This was targeted too, because not only did they get Colin, they told his homeboy, they told his podcast brother, like, he said, you're next. So this is definitely targeted.
But what's crazy is they call Colin with a spoof number. So this is like
that said Sony SIE.
These are listen. Listen, this is what I want to say to the PlayStation community. These are not fanboys. So let's not try to blame PC gamers. Let's not try to blame Xbox fanboys. No, because I'm gonna tell you, the people we deal with in this community are not smart enough to spoof numbers. They're dumb as fuck. So I know it's not them. I know damn well it's not no Xbox fanboy. They are not that smart to be this.
Oh man,
they barely know how to dial a phone,
on Twitter,
let alone spoof Sony's. So it is not Xbox fanboys. It is not PC fanboys. They're too dumb to pull this off. So it's not a fanboy console war thing. It is professional thieves. Now they probably do other things too beyond just account stealing from video game. They probably have an intricate business of just consistently. They probably trying to hack into whatever they could hack into. So it's an intricate business and stuff like that. So once I learned all this stuff, I'm like, this is not a console war thing, because the console wars, let's be honest, the console wars are too stupid to pull this off. You know, like the console wars we know, they'll literally put it on their YouTube channel saying that that's how stupid they are. They will like dine themselves out like live on the air. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you know it's not them. This is legit thieves. These are legit people who steal identity across the spectrum and stuff like that, right?
Right.
And in this particular topic, it's
later
like,
in
what
the
is Sony
video,
gonna do
apparently
about
one
it?
of his Patreon members was talking to the hacker. It was like, I hope you get his shit banned or some bullshit like that. And he was
Oh,
like,
wow.
what? How am I not supposed to know that you guys are in it? He's like, well, I'm sending your shit to SIE too.
What's up, Henry?
So NYPD number is also spoofed. FYI, I've received a call from NYPD. It's hilarious because the guy had a South Asian accent, so Indian, right? So it says that that somebody in China got hold of my information and is committing like a fraud and everything. And I asked for that information, he won't give it to me. And I was like, well, and he's just. It's hilarious because when I asked him, so well, how do I know this is not a scam, right? Like, so you're not giving me any information. You're trying to ask for all mine. He goes, no, we're not trying to scam you. I'm like, what the fuck? What kind of NYPD officer would tell me that, right?
Right.
And then he goes, okay, let me let you speak to my sergeant, right? And the sergeant, a lady comes on. Also South Asian accent. I'm like, what the fuck? What's likelihood of two South Asian like NYPD officers? Because we know like South Asian Indian Americans, like they don't like the likelihood of them nurturing their kids to become police officers are low as hell, right? So
But not only that,
wow,
fucking NYPD, they're New Yorkers.
New York's a big city.
They're not going to be polite. One, they're not going to be polite on the phone.
They were not giving any information. What they're trying to do is they're trying to record my voices while getting me to repeat some of the information they're throwing at me, like
Certain
my
phrases,
addresses, right? My addresses, my information, my name, and then they're trying to get me to say the word yes. I go no, no, maybe. So I didn't give him any word of yes, right? And then eventually they tried to get me to say my address. He's like, repeat, this is your address? I go, okay, what about it? He's like, can you repeat it? I go, no, let me call you back, okay, on this number. He's like, yeah. Oh, if you don't call me back, I will call you back. I go, okay. So I hung up.
You had a lot of fun with that, didn't you?
To record your voice saying yes and record you saying your address information. So when they use these automated call systems, they can play it back, right? So get your access, right? So I didn't give it to them, but I'm like, whatever, dude. You guys are not from the NYPD. But anyway, so if you get a call from the NYPD, be careful, because they've been trying to say, do you go to China in the last 6 months? I go, no.
So luckily, I learned, believe it or not, the military teaches us all this stuff, whatever. So we learned that, because, part of our, just military is also interested in our personal lives, because if our personal lives are fucked up, then we won't be effective as in the military, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So I was taught, and this is this is before it even got big. They said if anyone calls you to say, hey, something happened, your credit card got hacked, or this got hacked, they said, just do this. Ask them who they are. Oh, where your bank. Okay, cool. I will call the customer service and I will engage you there. Depending on their response, if they're legit, they'll be like, fine, we'll wait your call. And then that's it. If they be like, no, we'll take care of it, blah, 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 or we could call you back, then they're not the real. You know what I'm saying? So this is advice to everybody. If you get a call and somebody's making a claim that, hey, your credit card, be like, oh, did it? Okay, I'm going to hang up. I'm going to call the customer service number directly myself. Depending how they respond, if they're legitimate bank, they will be like, understood. In fact, that's a good practice. Customer service will help you. But if they try to prevent you from hanging up, you're getting scammed. because they know you're gonna call the real number, and they're gonna be like, we don't know what you're talking about. Like no one called you. That's how you know. So if anyone ever calls you directly to tell you have a problem, right? They're trying to pretend you're an electric company. They're trying to pretend you're your credit card. They're trying to pretend you're Amazon or whatever. Tell them, don't even give them. Don't even say what's going on. Don't even look into it. Just tell them, you know what? Who are you? Oh, Amazon. Okay, I'm gonna hang up. I'm gonna call Amazon customer service directly, and I will deal with them directly. Thank you for letting me know. If they try to resist and try to stop you, it's a scam. It's a scam. If it's legit, they'll let you go because they know you're gonna call customer service anyway. But never have somebody call you to deal with a problem. If somebody initiates it, because it could be legit, because I had banks call me saying, hey, we noticed some suspect activity and stuff. I'd be like, hey, I'm going to call your customer service directly. And they said, yep, perfectly fine, no problem. They will let you call and whatever. And then I called, I'd be like, hey, I just got a phone call, whatever, what about this? And they'd be like, yep, we did. This came from our security team. This is the issue we're seeing on your card. I went, okay, cool. I called them directly. And I didn't read out the number. I legitimately used the back of the number. It's legit. That's what you guys need to do. Do not allow to initiate a conversation from someone calling you. Somebody says, hey, this is a problem, no matter who it is. Say, thank you for bringing it to my attention, but I'm going to hang up and I'm going to call the customer service rep directly. And that's it. And figure it out. But don't even bother. Like me, if somebody calls me with a problem, I'm like, oh, thanks for bringing attention. I'm going to call customer service directly. Have a nice day. Click, and I'm hang up. And then I'll call. I'll be like, hey, I got a phone call for this. They'll be like, no, we didn't call you. Do you want us to change your password or your information? Yep, let's do that right now. Let's do all that stuff. Let's wrap this shit up. That's what you guys need to do.
Sometimes I get a call and it'd be like, yes, this is from the police department, state troopers support. I'm like, well, first of all, fuck the police, and then I hang up anyways.
Oh my god!
I don't even care if it was fake or not. I just say,
my man said,
y'all don't need my help. What the fuck?
The last thing you motherfuckers need is more money. Fuck out of here.
No, that's true. That to me that makes sense. I know I used to receive calls like that for somebody, pretending to be a police officer saying, they doing some type of policeman's one.
Yep, I get it all the time.
I like that dude on the scary movie who's like, I don't give a fuck.
And I'll say immediately. He say, would you like to donate? And I'm like,
and then there's a place you never heard of. Yeah. Where the police precinct of Chattanooga? I'm like, who the fuck? Like, what? Chattanooga? The fuck?
And my favorite one that I get a lot is it's the warranty department or the auto department.
Oh my god, bro.
Wait a minute. What's the name of your company? The auto department. That's not a company's name.
The auto department.
The auto department. Man, if you don't get your punk ass out of here with that bullshit, Let me do some more view activity.
Call I was from Krispy Kreme, free donuts. How about that?
Oh shit! I'll be right there. I'll be right there. We got Merc. There we go. We got Merco 81 with the super chat. He says, the problem is not the problem. The problem is Sony's reaction to the problem.
Yes.
Very well, right? Because listen, it's happening. But how you react and how you mitigate the problem, that's the most important part, right? And this is not like it's a unique exclusive problem to PlayStation. Guarantee lots of customer service companies are going through this. I mean, imagine if Amazon went through this shit all the time. Amazon would be useless. Think of all the things Amazon has now.
Yeah.
Easy. I mean, it's right
down to... How many credit card informations does Amazon have?
Yeah. Addresses, deliveries, one-click buy options.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there is
never
so much.
hear about them getting hacked.
Like,
Think about all the shit that we get as far as like, oh, you got an 18-month free credit report and a $1 million insurance policy because your credit was hacked. To me, you know what? I'm gonna leave that alone because you're doing super chats. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Jay Hart, thank you for the super chat. It was probably undercover Xboxes. Nah, they're
No.
bro, they're too
Just cover that. They're not.
We know. They're not that smart. You giving these bots way too much credit, bro. They are not that slick to pull this off.
They still think Gears of War is gonna be exclusive.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. They're not doing that. They barely
anyone
able
who
to
think
log
they
into
can
their
play
own
games
account
for free or not paying. Nah.
No, they're not doing that. And Valkyrie, oh shit, Valkyrie, you gave somebody a membership?
Oh what?
Yeah.
Really nice.
See that guy? She felt bad. She felt bad. She thinks one of you probably got hacked, so you deserve a membership. Here you go. If you got a membership, please, he said, please also follow Valkyrie on Twitter, and also from time to time she does content and videos, and you know, so it's good stuff. Appreciate it, Valkyrie. Thank you so much. For
Just watch her feet shots.
So I'm really
watch her like push other people off surfboards.
There you go. Oh, that is hilarious. She's a menace.
Whoa.
Listen.
It was like
The ocean is hers. The ocean is like road rash. You know, the oceans is hers. If you're within arm's distance, that's it. Wipe out.
You don't drop in. It's a simple rule. You don't drop in.
That's it. Oh man, it's something, you know.
Do not
So
take
we got
away.
a couple.
Do not.
So let me ask Sean, because you know what
Yes.
I'm thinking like you're probably potentially, like, God forbid, but you would be a huge target.
Knock on wood, man.
I mean, I don't know what happened to your Twitter. That's already fucked.
That right.
Well,
Yeah.
How would this impact you
Shark
if you're playing, you're in the middle of a stream, you're live, you're doing your platinum tutorials, and now all of a sudden you're logged off. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, I got scared. Before I ask you, I thought that happened to me literally because look, this is what happened after this whole thing. Initially, people were saying that the two-factor authentication don't work. That they hacked it, they found a way to spoof the number. So the initial assumption was the hackers found a way to spoof your number. So when they try to log in, and the authentication says, "Hey, this is the 6-digit code," it goes to their number instead of your phone number. And then they log in. That was the initial thing. So everybody's like, go to Passkey, go to Passkey. So I did that. I went on Passkey. It's annoying, but it seems more secure. But I'm okay with a little annoyance for better security. But what I forgot is it will log you off your console. I didn't think about that. Because, you reset a thing. So when I logged onto the PlayStation and I went to notifications, it says, can't see, please log in. I'm like, why am I logged out? And I'm like, yo, my heart fucking beat. I'm thinking they got me. And I said, listen, I'm not Colin. I will find you and I will kill you. I got friends in Quantico.
Oh, man.
I'm not calling a PR publisher. I'm going to call my friends in 29 years and I will fucking buy a ticket and I will fucking find you. I will fucking drop in India and I'll be like, does this account look familiar to you? Just like Liam Nielsen be like, does this sound familiar?
I have a particular set of skills.
I will fucking find you, bro. I will find you. I'll be like, hey, I will write Porter Rock 77. I'll be like, hey, does this PSN look familiar? Yeah, motherfucker. You didn't think. You know, but my heart sank. I'm like, oh my God. No, all it was I had to re-log in to complete the process. But boy, talk about my butt puckering for a good 5 seconds. I was like, bruh.
Oh yeah, I would have lost it.
Bro, I was like, oh no. Oh God, no. Like no, please, no. Yo, for real. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna start a war. I'm gonna murder somebody. This is but luckily it wasn't anyway. Woo! I was so scared. Yo, I was scared and angry. I had all these emotions running through, and I didn't know which one to accept yet until I logged in, and then I had to do the passkey, and I'm like, woo, good. Anyway, so Sean, someone like you, let's say you doing your thing, you're live, and all of a sudden you're logged out, your email's going crazy, and now you lost your account.
Oh yeah, I would lose it. I would damn near lose it.
Hey Sean, just before you answer, that would be me. I'm definitely. I'm taking your shit. Like I don't know, cause I keep saying I don't have a champagne partner, and this whole time,
he's admitted it. Sean, I warned you, and you ignored me. So now I'm just taking it.
Exactly. It's me. I did it. I just wanted to know.
Oh hell no!
Want your games? I want your trophies.
I don't want the trophies. I just want
Now,
the games.
so now he game shares
That's a
with you.
crazy backlog, bro.
He takes over your account and he game shares with you.
I'm saying redemption one
Crazy
way or the other.
backlog,
We can do
dog.
it the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. You know what I'm saying?
That is a crazy backlog, Extreme. You don't want those problems, dog.
You don't want my problems, man.
Anyway,
I mean, it's
so
a
Sean,
good problem, but it's a big problem.
so Sean, like walk us through. Imagine this happened to you. Like what would
Man,
be?
I would lose it.
Would you
I would
and let's say
fucking
Sony says you can't get your account back. It's gone forever.
Oh yeah, I
you-
would lose it, bro. I would definitely lose it.
Like, would you even start over?
Would you start over?
Make another
Would you
PSN account?
would you go
Would
PC?
you quit gaming?
Would you quit?
Xbox,
Would you
or-
quit gaming?
I wouldn't
Like
even
what
start
would be
behind
your
no
next
more.
step? Huh?
I would just play games on a regular, but I would not platinum anything. I would just regular play through the whole entire time I'll be on whatever console I'm on. I
You
would
go to
not
Xbox,
play
man. Come on, Sean. Be honest. You go to Xbox.
Nah,
Would
I'm
you
going to
create a
PC.
new?
Fuck
Would
that.
would you go to PC?
I would go to PC, bro.
I wouldn't blame you.
Even though I don't like PC, I would go to PC.
Let the record show Sean hate Xbox more than PC. So. Let that be known.
Oh yeah, I definitely hate Xbox. Definitely.
Oh,
I'm an Xbox
man.
hater to the
I
to
mean,
the
like,
show.
like for the people who only play Madden and Call of Duty, they could just restart a new account and like. But for people who
For
are
me,
avid gamers and they have a library and they
avid
buy a
gamer.
ton of stuff, yeah, that is disastrous, man.
I will lose it, bro. I will fucking lose it.
All them platinums, all them hours, like, bruh, come on, that's crazy.
You know how
man.
much
That'd be
hours and how many
sick,
nights
bro.
I stayed up at night? Like
Ooh.
4:00 in the morning too? No, fuck that. I will lose it, bro. I will fucking lose it.
Sean was like, "Yo, fuck." Oh
'Cause
man,
for
right.
real. I mean, I put too many hours in these walkthroughs and stuff, man. Like, I'll damn near lose it. Cause I got like 4,000 games, like almost close to 5,000 now. Yeah, I would damn near lose it. Cause I get new games every day, so like I get at least 1 or 2, 3 games a day, and that's new games. So especially if I'm getting those two, man, I would damn near lose it.
Yeah, boundaries.
Cause man,
That shit will
with my
peel back
account, with my
his
account,
wig.
it's like a gamer's dream when they go on my account. It's like a fucking gamer's dream. They in fucking paradise. They don't know what to fucking play. For me, it's just like it's work.
He said it's work.
It's work. But I mean, it's good work. In a good
Someone
way.
fucking take his account.
Yeah. I guess.
Oh man.
Hey, whoa, we can't joke about that because that shit might actually happen.
Don't do this.
Too soon.
It
That
was
shit-
work.
That's
that
Too
shit-
soon.
Yeah, that shit might actually happen.
Too soon.
Well, I
Too
mean-
soon.
that's
It's a
probably
job,
how.
Oh man.
It's a
That's
job,
probably how
man.
porn stars feel, honestly.
Oh
It's a
man.
Oh man.
All right.
It's a
All right.
job.
You know, hey.
So any other last thoughts?
topic.
I know anybody interested in thinking a comment, or do you want to go into the next topic?
Oh, next time.
Next
Oh, no, we
topic.
go
All
to the
right.
next topic.
So the next topic, it's going to be Bungie.
Ooh. Oh my god.
We're gonna talk about
Oh
Bungie.
my god. Woo.
Yes, please
Right.
do.
Man.
We're gonna talk about Bungie.
Yeah, that's a hot
All right.
topic. Oh
well,
my
listen. I'm gonna. Who are the multi? Listen, we're gonna listen. I know some people were not here in 2021. Some people were, but who were here? And I'm looking at M and I'm looking at M. But who here was pro multiplayer for PlayStation? Because I need y'all to
I
step
was.
up. Okay,
I
cool.
was.
Pro. Who are the? Raise your hand if you were pro multiplayer. Move.
I was back
Come on.
then.
Come
Yeah.
on. All right. Good.
I still am. I still
Okay.
am.
You said, all right. So we're gonna start with you,
I'm
M.
retired now.
Well, hold on a second. I'm pro multiplayer in general.
I'm
But in
retired
regards
now.
to Bungie,
No,
I'm
for
an
this
avid-
whole.
yeah.
Well,
But
this
I'm
whole
a
move with
av-
Sony,
avid
this
Destiny
whole,
player
this
since
whole great
launch.
idea that Sony needed to do, this whole like who was Sony needs to do this. They got to do this. This is
I still
absolutely
am.
okay. Cool.
Still
All
am.
right. Cool. So this is the question: what the fuck are we gonna do with Bungie?
Tell them.
What are we doing?
Well, close the studio. I don't even fucking care. Anyway, just like,
What are we doing?
just get rid of them. Just get rid of them. Listen.
$3.6 billion. What are we doing?
Bungie is the studio equivalent of Fair Games. The less we say about them, the
Break
better.
it now.
You know what? I give them
My
give them
idea.
break it. Let's see it. They christen it a new child. You know, the Lord forgives. you know. So we'll take a look at what this breaking is. But fair games had to die, and I'm glad it's dead. You know.
My idea.
Look,
sell
I'ma
off
tell you about
Bungie.
Destiny.
Sell off
Oh, God.
Bungie, even if it's at a loss.
But
Just
here's
sell
the
'em
thing.
off.
Here's the
That's
thing
the
about
to
the
me.
selling
That's
of
the best
Bungie.
decision.
No one will touch Bungie. I don't think anyone wants to touch them. I mean, think about it. Microsoft had them. They were problematic. Activision had them. They were problematic. Sony had them. They were problematic. If you are anyone else, why would you think that you will be different?
You could save her.
Well, I was pro Destiny. Back
Exactly.
Then, so,
Don't save her.
like
She don't want to be saved. Don't save
her.
her. Like, why would you want to save the her?
Hey,
Why
Destiny
would you
was
want to
awesome
save the
back
her?
then. Man, Destiny was awesome.
Listen,
I
I don't
honestly,
want you.
Bungie
Listen,
couldn't even run Bungie. They were like in the red, dude. And
you
they
know,
fucking lied to Sony when it came to their numbers.
I think the main problem is and where everything went left is the assumption that Bungie was a different type of development studio that didn't need publisher oversight. And I think not me in hindsight, because remember this whole thing started because Sony wanted to buy Bungie for their skills, for their knowledge, for the ability to produce successful live service games, and that the developer would help the publisher with their ambitious plans to push multiple live service games. And it sounded like, you know, on paper, at the time, all right, it kind of sounds makes sense. But now I'm like, you know what? Bungie's no different than any other development studio. You could be an expert on something, but you still need publisher oversight. You need somebody at the top that knows when you're doing something wrong. For example, Santa Monica Studios, Cory Barlog, they know how to make single player games, but they try to create some bullshit God of War, and Yoshida's like, get the fuck out of here. Like, stop. This ain't it. And it wasn't like he's trying to say he's better than Cory Barlog or he's a better developer than Cory Barlog, but there was a little bit of oversight in the conversation, say this is not going to work. Bring something better. And then came the new God of War.
That's crazy.
The
I was
fact
just
that
watching Raising Kratos too.
The fact that Sony does not have expertise as a publisher for live service games to the depth that they wanted or needed, because their depth is really GT7 and MLB The Show. And let's be honest, those are two automatic wins. Like, how can you fail? Because one is a franchise that's literally the number one franchise in your portfolio, Gran Turismo. And then the other game's automatic. It's literally the only Major League Baseball game that you can play in gaming. You can't play no other Major League title baseball game. So it's an automatic win for those two. But to nurture new live service projects, the publisher has to already have some sense and knowledge behind it. And they didn't. So they couldn't provide proper oversight to Bungie. That's why when I see comments on Twitter, oh, Sony needs to take over. And I'm thinking, if they did take over, what they're going to do? They don't know nothing. They don't know live service either. Right? Bungie would be better in the hands of publishers that have a proven track record of providing live service and knows how to handle it. Like EA. EA has multiple. They have, besides their sports catalog, they also have, what's that damn game called? Based off of
Apex?
The Met game. Apex Legends and stuff like that, right? Take-Two. They got 2K, and they got one of the biggest live service
They
games.
got
in
2K, they got
and Red Dead.
WWE, they got Top Spin, they got
You see what I'm
fucking.
saying? They got there are some publishers. There are some publishers that are really good at live service games, and they're really good at supporting it, and they have a lot of money, and they know how to do multi-platform support easily. That's their bread and butter. That's another problem with PlayStation. PlayStation took on the responsibility for multi-platform support. They're not a third-party publisher. They need to stop. They're not a good third-party publisher. They're really not. They need to get away from that. They're not good at live service, and they're not good as being a third-party publisher. They got lucky here and there, but overall, they need to give it the goals. You're right. Bungie's a hard sell. I think the only thing that would get somebody to want to buy Bungie is the Destiny IP, because that IP is huge. That is a successful IP, and the fact that Bungie said they're closing out Destiny 2, and there's no talk of Destiny 3. Rumors saying that Sony did not greenlight Destiny 3. that has a lot of Destiny fans anger. There is a whole community is like, what the hell? We got 10,000 hours in this game, and you're telling me it ends here? Maybe the value is Destiny 3 and taking over the Destiny IP. But it's not going to be a $3 billion value. Sony's going to have to take a cut. Maybe sell it for $2 billion and just take that $1.6 billion cut, whatever. But to me, a little loss is better than a complete loss. Because if they shut that studio down, that is a complete loss. And what are you going to do with the Destiny IP? Because that is a valuable IP. Destiny IP is a valuable. Sony maybe is not greenlighting it because they just don't want to invest the money, or I have a feeling like they just don't want to risk it. But I think Take-Two
I
would
have a
risk it.
question.
What's up?
As far as I still understand, it is Bungie that decides what they are still doing. Like they are still the ones that are deciding.
No.
projects.
So
No?
no,
Okay.
no.
They're absorbed.
They don't have the money for that decision. So to do Destiny,
They had to
Sony
make a
needs to fund
certain
it.
margin in a certain quarter, so that Sony doesn't step in, and they didn't make that number.
No,
so Sony
they don't have
stepped
the
in.
money. They don't have no money to make no new games. The only way they can make Destiny 3 is Sony gives them. They don't got money for anything Destiny. So if they wanted to make Destiny 3, they have to pitch it to Sony because they don't have the money themselves. Because the deal, that's where Sony had the little fine print. Like, you can do what you want, but you're funding it yourself. It's not like, oh, you could do what you want, but we're just going to give you a blank check. Like, no. You have to meet these margins. And as long as you meet these margins, you give us our little share and you keep the rest, you could do whatever you want. You got the money, you could self-support, whatever. The problem is they don't have. This is why that's why the value of Bungie is lost. They're not making the money. So now they need Sony publishing money to do that. And that's the problem. This wasn't what's supposed to happen. Marathon was supposed to be the big hit. That's where this all went left. Marathon is not. Marathon and Terrabin is gone. Not trying to say that's a bad game, good game. It's irrelevant. It's not a hit game.
Marathon doesn't.
The quality of the game is irrelevant. It's just not a hit.
It doesn't resonate with Bungie's fans because you're shooting other people. Like Bungie's known for bigger than life giant monsters and
PvE.
raids. And,
PvE.
So I want to shoot space monsters. I want to shoot space dragons, but now I gotta shoot some dude wearing tights over there.
That looks the same as me.
Yeah.
Just a different
It's
color.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I might as well keep playing Division 2, which I am anyway. But but the I've been a Destiny player since launch, right? And I ended it in 2019 when Division 2 came out because I couldn't keep up with all the activities I have to do in regards to Destiny 2.
That's what made me stop.
Right. But the thing with Bungie is, I think I personally thought Sony should have been more hands-on on the project management side a lot more sooner than they ever been, right? So because they didn't. The art direction, the game direction was not the problem. Is keeping a schedule that Bungie had a problem with ever since Halo 2. Right? So they talk about it in their behind the scene documentary. And when it comes to Destiny, it's a new front and they didn't know how to make the game because it's their first live service game. And what they did was they couldn't make the game on time fast enough. They couldn't make their content. They couldn't keep the schedules that the plan, their roadmaps. They couldn't keep any of those because I don't know, for some reason, like the project gets stuck in the concept stage and the planning stage forever. So they needed they needed a management team to kind of push them for that schedule. And I think that's how Activision wanted to step in, and that's where they butted heads a lot. But Activision was really far away from Seattle. I think that's where Bungie and Activision couldn't be hands-on with Bungie as much as I could, and they were just going to give it up. That's why they gave up on letting Bungie have Destiny back, right? So, or let Bungie buy themselves back or whatnot. So that's my opinion of what Sony should be doing with Bungie. And as far as what was your other question in regards to Destiny 2? I think okay, this tweet is probably gonna relate to the Naughty Dog one because Jason Schreier said Sony is not very happy with the bloated budget that.
Well, he didn't say that.
For
He corrected that. Yeah. So
for
he didn't say that.
for
didn't say
Bungie.
that.
Yeah, for Bungie's Destiny 3. That's why Destiny 3 isn't greenlit yet, because he had an issue. Sony had an issue with the budget in regards to Destiny 3. That's why it's not greenlit yet. And so one of the things, so obviously in regards to Naughty Dog, I think their response was Sony is not upset with Naughty Dog's bloated budget, but Jason Schreier's response to that was, and this is a tangent, right, saying, no, of course they are also not happy, but somehow like these two became two separate talking points, and it was taken out of context, right? So, but anyway, that's that. So that's the clarification I got in regards to that. But I like Bungie for what it is, and I think Destiny was a big part of my life, not because of the game itself, but because of the community that was behind it, not because not just because of who I met playing with it, right? So I discovered Twitch because of Destiny, because I don't know what the hell do I do in this game. They don't teach you anything, right? So I had to Google how to play this game, and then they left me to Twitch, in which I watched a bunch of streamers, which I got to work with some of the biggest Destiny streamers ever on, artwork for their channels, right? So, and the amount of money these streamers make from playing Destiny content is ridiculous. So naturally,
Another one. What happens to them?
Right, naturally, it's a big thing. Even these money that Destiny don't see, right? The Bungies don't see, the Sony doesn't see. Like the people that depend on these content, they make money on these.
That's a good question, though. What happens
Destiny.
to those streamers that make a living off of it?
They better find another game.
I have a close friend who was a very dedicated Destiny.
It's not
streamer,
popular.
And allegedly he broke NDA and his account got banned, so he could never play Destiny again ever. But now he has a real normal life now. He's not really streaming anymore. So, but so like the way some of these streamers throw their money at me for their emotes was like ludicrous, right? So this guy was asking me, because I had a backlog for the emotes that I have to draw for all these streamers, and this particular streamer, I won't name him, right? So I'll play a Colin Moriarty card. I won't name him, but he came to me and was, okay, so I need 12 emotes done, and how much are you charging? I go, yeah, $50 per emote, so, and I can probably have it for you in 2 weeks because I got this as many people in front of you. And then like 2 days later he came, so how much would you charge if you can prioritize my emote set? I go, well, no, I don't really want to, like play favors and whatever. And then he says, if I triple the rate you quoted me, would you be able to do it in 2 days?
Would you refuse?
And then my response to that was, because we're on a voice call, right? I'm like, okay. And then my PayPal went off. He sent me the money triple of what I quoted.
My man said, I don't want to call favor. He's like, listen,
12.
He's like, cut the bullshit. He's like, cut the bullshit. 150 per emote. Listen. You are not personal friends with your other customers. We talking money. 150 per emote. You know what? Done. Money sent. I'm not playing this shit. Yeah. My man trying to be the nice guy. He's like, I'm not trying to hear that bullshit. Money talks. I want first class service. I will pay first class premium.
There's always
Boy, Henry took that shit and said,
I rushed out his emote set, but I didn't miss the deadline for the other emotes.
Yeah, but he had that shit done in 2 hours. Yeah. Henry was up at 2 in.the morning, Yeah. That dude got no sleep. He said normally I'll be in the gym. Not today. Not today.
Like I think like 3 weeks later he came back for more emotes because he wants to refresh his emotes to kind of get his community, like, you know, he wants to get his subs like interested, right? So like 2-3 weeks later he wanted more emotes, and then he was just replacing the emotes that I drew for them. I'm like, you just spent all but you know, hey. You know, I'm happy for
he paying you.
Listen, at a certain point, you gotta listen. Every company,
I'm happy for these people, right? So, like, you know, so
every company has to recognize who's their number one client. Mm-hmm. Just at that point, he was your number one client. That he gets You know, he gets special
Well, number one
concierge
contract,
services.
rather. Yeah.
He's your, you know, here's my personal number. You get to have this, right? That's something, right? But like,
kind of put in perspective what it was like in the Destiny community outside of just the game itself, right? So it was nuts, right? So yeah, Destiny has its own convention for a while in Florida.
I remember.
Yeah, so yeah, and there were all these sorts of scandals, right? There's this boys club, like, you know, all these white kids, they're in a Discord group and they start sharing naked pictures of their girlfriends that they got or the girls they're sleeping with, right? So like, you know, they got busted. Yeah, they got busted. Now, rightfully so. Rightfully so. So
weirdos. There's always weirdos.
So,
you know.
Yeah, but yeah, I met great people working on Destiny in the Destiny community. You know, people from New Zealand, people from Australia, people from Norway. Holy shit, that girl from Norway! I mean, her eyes are like, yeah, they're like navy blue. I've never seen a girl with navy blue eyes. Yeah, so.
Well, I've been to Norway multiple times.
Yeah.
It was like I died and entered Valhalla.
But she talked like Viking, so I thought I was going to get chopped. Like,
no.
I've been to Norway multiple times.
Yeah.
I was like, holy God! Just as soon as you get into as soon as you get into the airport, I'm like, I'm in Valhalla.
So as you can see, I have great memories in regards to the different degrees of relation to Bungie, right? So naturally, I'm for Sony to keep them but I would like to see something done. I don't know what's that to be done. I'm not extreme, you know.
But like, what advantage would you get by Sony keeping Bungie? That's always been my thing. Like, because look at all these good memories you have. All these good memories when they were multi-plat. Sony didn't own them.
Yeah, right. And Sony isn't going to put multi-plats their exclusive, right? So I get it. But the only thing I don't know, is Destiny the biggest thing besides Fortnite and I don't know, and what's the other one?
I think that's their biggest. I think that's that. I mean, for a while that was like the top 5 most played at its height.
I think
it was among the Call of Duty.
Played, right?
Yeah, but it's not top 10 anymore. But
no.
But it was top 5 consistently all the time. You know, it was competing with the Call of Duty, the Fortnite. You know.
So since 2014,
I just think if Sony stays with Bungie, it's gonna get shut down. Because Marathon is not a success.
No.
They were hoping that it would be the next Destiny, the next Halo, a big.
I think Destiny 3
huge thing, and it just didn't turn out that way. No one's really playing it to the level that they needed to be played. And if they can't make this work, what's next? I think Sony will shut this down or break it apart or pieces, whatever. I mean, I don't have data, but I would assume selling it, if they can sell it, to a publisher that is, you know, that be like, you know what, we could make this work.
Hey,
you know, live services are bread and butter. There's companies that live services like EA. Live services their bread and butter now. There's single players now. I can't remember an EA single player game, to be honest. I can't remember. You know, so they're pretty much a live service publisher.
Star Wars, Dead Space,
Outlaw, right? And look how they treat those. They said Dead Space is a flop.
Outlaw was Ubisoft.
Sorry,
the Jedi games.
Yeah.
Fallen Order.
Fallen
Order. Yeah, they count Fallen Order.
Yeah,
that's EA. And then they said that Dead Space, they're not doing that no more. You know what I'm saying?
He also has a track record of closing down studios after grabbing their information.
Yeah. So, but EA is a very live service driven publisher now. When you think about it, their money is primarily live service driven, right?
NHL, Football Club,
Madden, Apex. I don't know about Need for Speed.
It's part of the reason we, Activision.
Need for Speed was a live service, but I think even they put a hold on that.
Now. I don't think it's active now. Right? And then the other one, Take-Two, they're primarily live service. GTA Online, Red Dead Online, NBA 2K, WWE. They have a lot of. They make a lot of
Can
revenue
I-
live service.
Can I
And I think,
speak on this for a bit?
yeah, please.
Listen, at the end of the day, yeah, we're just gonna keep this simple. Bungie needs to go. I don't care whether they close. I don't care whether they're sold. I don't care whether they become independent again. But they need to go because they don't serve the PlayStation audience. That's it. To me, that is the simplest thing. It's not even a matter of like me not liking their games or whatever. It's simply a matter of principle. If you are owned by Sony and you make video games, you should fall under PlayStation. If you fall under PlayStation and you make video games, those games need to be exclusive to PlayStation. So you know what? Not only does Sony need to go, but you know what? Arrowhead, they can kick rocks too. I don't like what they're doing with Helldivers 2 either. They're putting it on Xbox. They're giving you PSSR 1 when everybody else, like third parties, on PSSR freaking 5.5 now. Like, honestly, why are you like, why are you 7? Why do you have a pregnant pause? Why are you on a pregnant pause compared to everybody else, compared to the rest of the industry? So you know what? All of them, they can all go. And like I said, I am still for Sony needs to have great multiplayer experiences. Just because they fucked it up does not mean that the actual initial idea is bad. Okay? They've just been fucking it up. So they need to learn how to not fuck it up. And how you don't fuck it up is number one, stop thinking that you are going to make the next Fortnite or the next Apex Legends. I've said this before. Nintendo has appropriate expectations for the games. They have games that are cultural icons, like Smash Brothers, right? But those games are not Fortnite. I've never seen them being compared to Fortnite. And yet, it's a cultural icon. They have games that are cultural icons like Mario Kart. Mario Kart like sells like ungodly
It's
amounts.
60 million. Yeah, insane.
And yet, it is not trying to be Fortnite. Once again, it is not trying to do that. And where is it? It's exclusive. So it's not that you have to choose one or the other. You don't have to choose live service, Fortnite aiming, you know, trying to kill Call of Duty or whatever, or you just accept failure. No, you can find a niche that allows you to have tremendous success on your own platform and nowhere else without necessarily having to put yourself up against like the titans of live service. Because you said it before, Porter Rock, the problem is that these games never die, you know? And it's like, well, yeah, if you're going to have to go up against Fortnite, guess what? You're going to need 1,000 people. Or even like with Destiny, right? Destiny alone was consuming like 1,000 different people, you know, when it was at its peak, just to keep it, you know, just to keep it around. So you do not have to choose to go down those paths that you know you cannot sustain. You can just be humble. You know, just sit down, be humble. Okay, look at what Nintendo is doing and be like, okay, that is the framework of success that I would rather go for because there is space for that in the industry. Guess what? There is a space for The Last of Us Online or a game of that sort to come out, sell something like, I don't know, 5-6 million copies, and be really, really good at what it does. And that's it. It doesn't have to be free to play. It doesn't have to, you know, try to nickel and dime people. It doesn't have to be a Call of Duty. It doesn't have to be a battle royale. It doesn't have to chase a trend that is already gone. Because again, we've already talked about it. But by the time that you come out with a game, whatever trend you were chasing, it's already over. Like the people that like battle royale, they are already served. They're already satisfied. You come up with a new battle royale today, I'm sorry, but you're not making it. Even if your game was objectively better than the other options, those people are already attached to the worlds that they have spent the money, the time, the investment in the mechanics to know. They follow the Twitch streamers and they've tried all the different configurations. They've already gone into the settings and like adjusted dead zones and everything. They don't want to do that again for your game just because you happen to be marginally better. They are already satisfied with what they have. So again, Bungie, the thing that makes me be completely against the purchase isn't even the studio or the failure of Marathon to deliver what it was supposed to deliver. It's just that you don't fit the PlayStation identity. You do not. In fact, your very first statement was, we will not be accepting the PlayStation identity. We will not be giving you exclusive games. We will be doing our own things just besides it. And the fact that, I don't know, 3.6 billion, is that crazy to me? But isn't that worth more than every other PlayStation studio combined?
Yes.
Because that seems like that is what it actually is.
I mean, how much they paid Insomniac? Like 240?
Yeah, 200 million.
229.
229 million to buy Insomniac.
Well,
yeah.
I'm
They made it back in
lying with him on
spades.
this one.
And I mean, I'm sure Naughty
disagree
Dog
with
would be worth like $1 billion, but I'm like, I feel like you combine every other PlayStation studio, and you're not coming up with $3.6 billion. So it was insane to be like, yeah, I'm gonna buy one studio that's worth more than all the other ones combined. Oh, and also it will add no additional value to my platform, because that's what Bungie did. If Bungie was the most successful, if Marathon had come out and like sold, I don't know, like 20 million copies in 1 week, it still would have added a net $0 in value to the PlayStation gamer. Great value to Sony as a company, but $0 to as a PlayStation gamer. And again, I'm sorry, we just have to send this message. Like, if you're going to spend PlayStation money for PlayStation things, they should be, they should be adding value to the actual PlayStation gamer. It's the same thing. Reason why I'm like, this whole Kenna, Scars of Cosmora, love that the game is coming out, support the artists, everything like that. I don't like the fact it's coming out there and on PC. I'm sorry, that's an issue. That's an issue. Why? Because then it adds no value to the PlayStation gamer. All you've done is you just created a game that was going to be available on PlayStation anyway. What value is there? What value add is there to the PlayStation gamer? Nothing. PC gamers can have it. Like, again, I'm not okay with that. So those are my thoughts.
Okay. Sean, you said you disagree. Well,
yeah, I definitely disagree with him on this.
With what?
Because I feel like Destiny is a big IP, and it was way before Fortnite, and I would definitely vouch on that because I actually started on Destiny actually, and I'm not gonna let you trash Destiny like that because.
But what are you disagreeing with?
I'm disagreeing that he's saying that it doesn't belong to PlayStation, and I don't.
I think he said Marathon.
Well, I'm just talking about as a company, as a general. I believe that it does deserve its place in PlayStation. I do.
Why? Okay, so let's talk about that. Why you say it deserves its place in PlayStation?
Because I mean the community, as far as it's a big community, and I'm not gonna let him trash.
So let me ask you this: you played Destiny 1, right?
Both.
And the community was huge. And
I did the whole campaign by myself on part 2.
Okay. Yes, now did Sony own it while you did these? It was Sony was the publisher?
No, they didn't own them at that time.
That's the point. That's the point.
No, I mean, I get it. I get what you mean as far
Sony,
as before,
listen,
but I mean, it's still a big IP regardless.
It is, but Sony doesn't need to own it.
It has a big fan base.
Sure, but Sony doesn't need to be responsible for that. This is why I'm saying Sony. It would be like this. Sony was getting steaks, burgers, and milk for free, but for whatever reason, they wanted to be the owner of the cow farm. Now they're responsible to provide other people with steaks, burgers, and milk.
Right.
When they didn't have to be. You would still, that's what I was saying. Like Marathon, you still would have gotten Marathon if Sony would have never bought Bungie.
Well, we don't know that. That's the biggest what if. We don't know if it was going to be existing if they wasn't there.
They would have existed. They would have existed. They have money.
I mean, what happened if Activision took over?
No. You can't take.
You can't. Marathon.
No, listen. You can't take over. They already free.
I'm just saying
they have the money.
No, that's what I'm saying. If Activision still had them, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that's not.
That's the biggest what if.
No. There is no what if because they were already separated. So we don't have to what if that. Bungie was alone. They were self-publishing their own games. They had the money to push Marathon.
Okay.
They had that.
Fair enough.
So that was already
that's
thing.
What I'm saying. If they
Sony was offering a lot of money, a lot more money, so they could bring them on to Sony, right? And Bungie was still gonna have the freedom to do whatever they want. Of course, Bungie was gonna take that deal. They were gonna. What?
Oh no! I'm sorry.
Yeah, they were gonna act independent as they will always do, but now they got $3.6 billion. You know, they got all this money. So yeah, Bungie took the deal. Hell yeah, they're gonna be like, we can still do whatever we want, and you're giving us all this money. $1 billion was just for people not to leave. That was spread across the workforce. $1 billion was for the employees. So yeah, they took that deal. They get to do what they want, and they're gonna get $1 billion just to stay with the company. Hell yeah, they took it, right? But the thing is, Sony absorbed responsibility that was not PlayStation centric. Those games were coming out to PC and Xbox day and date. There was no PlayStation touches, no PlayStation improvement. Sean, there was nothing you were going to get out of this deal simply because you're going to play on PlayStation. So for that, why even be part of PlayStation if we get nothing? We got nothing out of this. Now, what we
I mean,
did
yeah,
get,
no, yeah.
what we did get is Sony has to deal with this problem. And when Sony's dealing with a problem, guess what? Their mind is wandering on this problem. They're not fully focused on other stuff. There might be decisions they have to make, be like, all right, we're losing a lot of money. We're going to have to shift this, raise prices. This impacted us. This whole deal impacted us when we never needed to get involved in this. Never. And to you, I kind of agree, but the thing is, it's not like Nintendo releases a whole trash load of multiplayer game. They have 3. They got Splatoon,
Yeah.
Smash Brothers,
Mario
and Mario
Mario
Kart.
Kart.
Sony already had 2. Sony has MLB The Show and Gran Turismo. They just needed one more.
Listen,
One more.
listen. When it comes to the number, the quantity, I agree with you. I never wanted them to necessarily have 17 different multiplayer experiences. I think that's silly, right? So yeah, I fully agree with you on that.
Yeah.
But again, to me, it's like the reason they went for the 12 live service is because they were aiming for like a fortnight, and they knew that 9 of them were going to die and were never going to reach those highs. So they were hoping that 3 could make it there. But to me, it's like you already lost. You've already lost that because you shouldn't be looking that way. You should not be, because again, you've said it before, the third-party publisher, you're already making money from Fortnite. Why are you even trying to create a competitor to that? Why would you try to reduce their success, when you're benefiting from it and you have no responsibility for it, right? Because it's like, I'm sorry, like if a person was like, oh, Emmanuel, listen, you can make $1 million out of your own money, or I give you 30% of everything that your neighbors are making on the street. Whatever they happen to make, you get 30% of that, but you don't have to do nothing. I'm taking 30%.
Yeah.
I don't care how much less it is than $1 million. I'm taking 30% for free.
It's
Are
free
you kidding?
money.
I want to work
It's
my ass off to
free.
make $1 million. No, fuck that. I take the free 30% every single time. I don't care who's making. Hey, if somebody hits a massive salary, I get 30% of that. If they're doing middle class, I get 30% of that. If they're below middle class, I'll take it anyway. Thank you very much. Free money is
If
free
they
money.
broke as shit, well, guess what? 30%, you're going to be broker.
Exactly.
After my 30% cut.
Exactly. And then imagine if they said like, okay, you get 30%, but then you can make 100,000 on your own. But guess what? Whatever you make, you're taking away from what somebody else is earning. I'd be like, nah, bro, I stay with the free money. Why would I want to work? Why? There's no amount of money that makes working for money worth it. There's none. There's none. So it's like, again, you shouldn't even look to compete with Fortnite, because then you would have to take players away from Fortnite, because there are not that many players that are going to go around and be interested in the similar type of experiences. And again, that's why I said Sony needed to focus on PvE. If you focus on PvE, you do not get to have Warzone. You don't get to have Fortnite. You don't get to have, like, what's that new one that came in? Arc Raiders or whatever. You don't get to have that level of success, but you can get to have your own level of success, which is going to be, yes, far more modest. But again, the good thing is that it will not be competing with the things that are already successful, that you're already making free money.
Look at
from.
Splatoon. Splatoon's a perfect example.
You don't need 7.
No one talks about Splatoon being the number one play game in the world. It doesn't have to be.
There you go.
But it is played on Nintendo, and it's good enough for Nintendo.
And it's good enough for them. And it's the same thing with what is it, Helldivers? Even Helldivers 3 is a perfect example of that. Helldivers 3 is PvE. It is great for what it is. They should have made it exclusive. It would have been even better, and then it would have just been a nice little product that works very much like a Gran Turismo. That is, it is successful for what it does. When people would check in on it, they'll be like, wow, I didn't think this was this big. But it has like a cost, like, take a look at Gran Turismo. Like, it just keeps selling, right? And it has a really healthy fan base. And that's all it needs to do. No one is ever going, even when people are comparing like Gran Turismo to Forza Horizon 6 now, I'm like, you guys are just, like, you're not getting it. Like, Gran Turismo is such a niche, that there's no point comparing it to just another game just because it happens to be a racing game. I heard a person say, like, what is it? A person was comparing Forza Horizon 5 or 6 to GT7. And then somebody in the comment was like, look, that's like comparing like Ace Combat to Microsoft Flight Simulator, just because they both happen to fly. Like, it's a stupid comparison to make.
That's a good point,
So it's like, again, that's what, like, GT7, Helldivers 2, those are the kind of multiplayer experiences I want Sony to create. things that really fill their niche, really fill them well. And it's like, again, if you are a gamer on PlayStation and you like racing games, and you like sim type of racing games, like, you know, SimCade or whatever you want to classify GT7, where else are you going to go but GT7? You're not. Like, it completely has that niche completely filled, and the people that are in that niche are extremely happy with the product. You know, if you like something like a Helldivers 2, you like the you know, Stormship Troopers kind of vibe, you like the humor, you know, you like the PvE aspects, you like being able to mess around with your friends. What else are you gonna get besides Helldivers 2? Like, it's so specific, but once you add that person, it's hard for you to imagine going anywhere else. You know? So again, that's exactly it. It's a bit, again, Ghost of Yota Legends. Perfect thing. You like the samurai aesthetic, you like the folklore aesthetic, you know, you like that kind of a thing. Where else would you go? Nowhere else. Nothing else gives you that experience. Oh, okay. Well, let's say that you like playing battle royales and shooting people. Okay, well, you have a billion choices because everybody and the mother thinks that they can make an experience like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's what I will say. And again, once you have four or five of these niches covered, you're good as a first platform holder. You
don't need a lot.
You've got your little things.
Nurture those.
Exactly. And then you just get everybody else. You're like, hey, you want to play Fortnite? Cool. We have availability for that. That's all you needed to do. And you make 30% off for doing nothing. It's simple.
So, I mean, anybody else want to touch on this? My vote is, and the reason why I say sell Bungie, because it survives, because if it stays in Sony, that studio's gone. That studio's gone. Unless they do a miracle, and it's all because of Marathon. It didn't hit. It wasn't the big blockbuster success Destiny 2 was. I don't think it's gonna be a hit. I don't think they're gonna. I don't know. I mean, I hope. I don't want Bungie to collapse. I think it's an iconic brand. I think iconic studio. Destiny's iconic IP. And I mean, it's just me hopeful. I'm hoping, you know, someone could buy Destiny. One, it recoups some money from PlayStation. I mean, they're gonna sell it at a loss, but it's better than a total loss. And two, the studio survives, Destiny survives, and they're under a publisher that understands live service. Sony just is not there. They're just not that brand. They're just not that publisher. And that's okay. I know some people say, well, you can't call them the best if they don't, you know, they're not experts or they're not the best in every single aspect of gaming. I'm like, no, I disagree with that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people consider Nintendo a top publisher, and they definitely don't do a lot of things other publishers do. It's whatever you do good at, that's what you're good at. And that's perfectly fine. Because there's a lot of diversity among other publishers and developers that bring the experiences gamers want. We don't need every single developer and publisher to do every single thing across the board. Some are just experts in certain areas. Some are just experts in RPGs. Like, are we going to ask, you know, CD Projekt Red to do a sports game? And if they don't do a sports game, they suck? Right. Are we going to ask them to do a FPS, you know, military shooter? And if CD Projekt Red don't do a military first-person shooter, I guess they suck. They're garbage. They better fucking branch out and do multiplayer shooters? Like, no. They're like, let people be the experts that they're in, because in that area, we appreciate the area that they're in. Guarantee somebody else is going to be the expert in the area that you want. So, Sony as a publisher, they're not a big multiplayer publisher studio, and that's perfectly fine. Most people already accepted that Sony is primarily the single-player story-driven publisher. They know how to identify. Now, whether they do it, you know, at the Far East, games like Stellar Blade, and they're able to find games like that, or Western-type games, that's fine. They can find diversity within that single-player story-driven genre. But I always said that trying to force Sony or trying to say Sony needs to do this, I'm like, no, Sony doesn't need to do this. I understand they want to do this because they saw the potential revenue, if successful, that's there. That's a want. But a need? No. Because if there was a need, then PlayStation 4 wouldn't be successful. Because PlayStation 4 was definitely a void of these multiplayer first-party games. It just wasn't there. It just was not. They completely barely did anything. And PlayStation 4 was fine. Everybody appreciated the PlayStation 4 and Sony for what they did and brought to the table. That's just my thing, you know. Anybody else want to talk on this topic? Any thoughts?
Yeah, you nailed it, man. You nailed it.
All right. Final top. I mean, all right, we'll bleed into the other one because Henry talked about it. The whole Jason Schreier thing. So this is basically, there was a little talk of Jason Schreier saying that Sony's unhappy with Naughty Dog, and then it became a whole convoluted conversation. But before I do that, let me read the viewer activity. We got John Baptiste, $10 super chat. Thank you so much. John says 007 First Light looks amazing on the Pro. Marathon isn't successful, but I thought multiplats were an automatic success. I mean, you know, it's just man, John put it where it hurts. he puts it where it hurts.
Can't go.
It just at the end of the day, successful games are success, whether it's on one platform or multiple. But I'm hearing good things about 007. Marco 81, thank you for the super chat. He says just playing through 007 First Light Prologue. If you enjoy Bond films, you will love this game. Damn.
Nice.
I might reconsider getting this game.
I got it, but I haven't played it yet.
Hey, don't say that, dog. What are you doing? Y'all here?
It's really good.
Y'all don't know my email.
What's the word?
But I was always more of a Mission Impossible kind of guy, but I do just like action adventure games. You know what I mean?
This guy just doxed himself. Don't be doxing yourself, dog.
Come on, dog.
You got to say you're considering buying it. You just don't know when.
I bought the game.
And like you said, you allegedly. He allegedly bought it.
Allegedly.
So all right. So from this point on, you guys have to say you allegedly might buy the game, but not day one. You just don't know what day. I'm
gonna give it a pregnant pause.
Oh man. All right. But anyway, this is why. Thank you so much, fellas, for the super chat. Now, this is why Jason Schreier officially came out and said, "Hey, guys, what are you doing?"
To believe Jason Schreier.
Yeah. He said it wouldn't need any clarification if people would stop just posting my replies out of context with widely misleading tweets and headlines. I reported that Sony hadn't greenlit Destiny 3 because of the cost. Someone said something about Sony having an issue with Destiny 3's cost, but not Naughty Dog's cost. I said, of course, they had an issue with Naughty Dog's cost. And somehow that was misinterpreted by wide swaths of the internet to mean that Sony is angry at Naughty Dog. Absurd. So what Jason Schreier was pretty much saying was, they're not mad at Naughty Dog, but just like any high-costing game, they have concerns. They're always going to have concerns when a certain game has a very large budget, But Naughty Dog got greenlit, though. Even though, it's a high cost, they're clearly doing it because Intergalactic is coming. I think, and this really goes back to the last conversation. Sony didn't greenlit Destiny 3, and you got fans upset. And a lot of those fans are on PlayStation, but they're also on PC and Xbox. And Sony has to deal with it because they put themselves in this position. You're going to have to deal with the PC and Xbox fans. You're gonna get a lot of pressure to fund Destiny 3. It is what it is. You didn't have to put yourself in this position. This could have been Bungie's own problem, or another publisher would have bought Bungie. But no, you decided to take on this problem. Now you're going to get a whole community of people who did not buy your platform, who are not subscribed to PlayStation Plus. They don't even want the free one. Not even that. And you're going to answer up to them, and rightfully so. You did this to yourself. But Jason Schreier didn't say that Sony's... And I'll be honest, when I first read it, boy, I was about to pop off. Because I'm like, that's some balls. Because originally the rumor was Sony was upset that Naughty Dog didn't release a game. That Naughty Dog didn't release a game early in the generation. Yeah. So when I read that, I'm like, oh, hell the fuck nah. You're not going to pin this on Naughty Dog when they were doing what the fuck you wanted.
I remember you originally posted like, yep, this is a topic.
Oh, yeah, because I was about to pop off on Sony. Like, you created this scenario.
I was like, hey, is this still a topic or...
No, it's not, because it's already got resolved, so there's nothing really to talk about. Right. But I was about to pop off and be like, hold on, Sony, you created this bullshit scenario. You push for live service. So when the top, like, listen, everybody's trying to get promoted. Everybody wants to get bigger checks in their salaries. So when the top boss is like, yo, my thing is live service, everybody under you is going to try to push for that because they want to meet the big boss's intention, especially when you're saying, hey, 60% of the budget is live service. Then I want some of that money. And if that means I have to put a live service project to get some of that money, I'm gonna pitch a live service project. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. You know, if you work for a company and the top execs are like, "Ooh, yeah, we're prioritizing AI," you better learn AI, or you're not gonna have a job. You better learn AI real good and show your top bosses, "Oh yeah, I'm using Claude 4.0 and I integrated all our processes and automated with AI. Give this man a promotion." While the other guy, now I'm doing things old school. I don't need AI. Yeah, you're getting laid off. It is what it is, dog. That's just how the world works. You gotta go with the top strategy guys. Even if they're wrong, they're the ones paying your salary. So you gotta follow their lead, or you're not gonna work for them long. So you're hearing all this talk at the top level live service. Oh man, 60% of budget will now be allocated to live service. The first parties did what they do. They follow the company's lead. So boy, I was about to rip Sony in half, but thankfully that clarification came. I'd be like, boy, they were gonna catch the smoke on some shit. They were about to get friendly fire, but that's not the topic. It was just once again the internet misconstrued whatever, you know. But anyway, final topic.
Yeah,
we're gonna talk. Let's talk about, and I'm gonna put this on the screen for everybody. So I'm planning to do some watch party viewings, you know, live stream some of these events. And instead of doing it by myself, I would like, if you guys have the time, to hop on in on any of these shows.
Of course.
Right now the
I'll
plan.
always be there.
Awesome. So right now the plan is. So this is what. So this is just so that everybody's know. I am going to go live a half hour prior to the event, East Coast time. So remember that, half hour East Coast time. All right. Yeah. So for example, the State of Play event, right? The State of Play event that for Sony, right? It is, hold on.
5 p.m. EST.
2 p.m., 5 p.m. Eastern?
It is 5 p.m. Eastern time. So I will begin the live on time at 4:30 p.m. Eastern that day.
Okay.
So June 2nd, I will go live at 4:30 p.m. Eastern time, just to, you know, give people time to hop on the live, get the viewers going, get us going. Some of us may hop in a few minutes after. Like, I'm not expecting military. All yous will report 4:30. Whoever's gonna show up, you know, this is open to everybody. It's not gonna be just me. Nope, I'm gonna open up to the community and stuff like that. Open it up to us if you want to hop in. But to let you guys know, I will go live a half hour prior to the event. Right now, as far what the events are, it's back on the screen. So shout out to Okami13, made a nice good list. So we got State of Play June 2nd. So I'll be going live for that. Summer Game Fest Live June 5th. I will go live for that. Some of these might go into our podcast. For example, the June 2nd, that's on a Tuesday anyway. So that's technically our podcast time anyway. So but State of Play June 2nd, Summer Game Fest Live June 5th, so that's a Friday. So that will replace my Friday Night Live. Xbox Game Showcase the 7th, which is Sunday, so I will go live on that day as well. And following with the Gears of War E-Day Direct, which is also June 7th. And then I'm definitely going to do the PC Game Show on June 7th. Oh, yeah, I'm doing that one. Oh, you know I'm doing that one. Listen,
that's right after the Gears Direct on Sunday.
I'm doing PC. I want to see what's up with this PC stuff, right? And
you don't want to play Sandwich Simulator?
We're gonna figure it out. That's right. We're gonna figure out what these guys are doing on PC. So, and then after that, I don't know what, I mean, there's the Latin American Game Showcase. I might do that one for my Spanish people.
Nice.
So I might do that one, you know what I'm saying?
We're going to do it all in Spanish.
You do a stream.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
You know, listen, to my podcast members, just like Bad Bunny, you got like a week to learn Spanish. Just like the Bad Bunny bowl. You got a week to learn some Spanish. You better
Sean
use
already
Duolingo.
platinum the game.
You better use Duolingo. My recommendation: just listen to all the Bad Bunny music from now until that show.
Glinzer, dog.
So we could learn Puerto Rican Spanish. Puerto Rican Spanish is so much more fun than actually proper Spanish from Spain. Puerto Rican Spanish is just much more fun.
Or Latin American from
you know what I'm saying?
America.
You know what I'm saying?
Puerto Ricans are like, oye, ¿Cómo estás?
Yeah.
Mexicans are like, oye, ¿cómo estás?
Who's like who like Puerto Ricans like oye cómo está? That is not us. That is not us at all. I don't know what Puerto Ricans you talking. That's Spaniard. That's Spaniard. You know, Puerto Rican man, oye cabrón, ¿qué tú estás haciendo, bro?
The joke though was the Mexicans. Oye, ¿cómo estás?
Oh
So,
man.
I mean, I'll just check in right now. I'll be available for Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday.
Okay,
Definitely be there for
awesome.
you.
So if you just to let everybody know and to the chat know, yeah. So a half hour prior to these events, and definitely, definitely, we got.
So I was saying, how long are you staying after the events?
I mean, depends how long the event is, because some of the events might be
Early
3 hours.
for M, isn't it?
I would say at least an hour. I would say at least an hour. At least
Because
an hour.
the
So
thing
we
for
could.
me is
Because,
that,
yeah.
yeah. No, I was gonna say the PlayStation Showcase. I'm not gonna be here for that because I'll be watching that on the TV.
Okay.
Because PC is misery, and I don't want to associate that with PlayStation. You know, so there's that. But I can come in after the fact. You know, but the Xbox Showcase, I definitely watch it on PC. Don't worry about that. I can be there
480p
for that one. You know, and
Yeah.
the PC Showcase, if I decide to come, I will definitely be on PC. That does not deserve to be on my screen.
Oh man.
Silver
Jesus.
Wolf.
That's definitely.
Look at PC only gonna have 2 games.
Yeah.
They gonna have.
They play Dota? Banana?
No boy.
Ultimate.
Just real,
He has the ultimate soundboard, bro.
just
Yo, keep doing your thing, though, boy. Keep clipping, because I don't even notice it until you do it. Then I'm like,
No,
I can't
every
believe I said that
Friday.
shit. This guy got the
Hey,
ultimate
as soon as they
soundboard on
say
me.
Gears going to PS5,
Oh,
just say,
you
"Yo,
know,
knows."
bro. You know I'm ready.
So I'm excited.
Oh my God, your
Hey,
mama
so-
knows.
Oh, everybody
I'm
knows, bro.
Your mama knows. Your daddy knows. Your sibling knows.
Everybody knows. The whole family tree. The whole bloodline.
Oh shit. Oh, shout out. I want to say shout out to Glinzer. I want to say shout out to Glinzer for the super chat. He says, "Drunk stream, state of play. The goal is 14 beers." Oh shit.
Oh my God, damn.
Man,
Speaking
I'm
of junk stream, yo, Will. I watched some of your stream. You was going crazy. My man said he drank a whole case. I was like, damn.
shit.
And that was like an hour into the stream.
I'm gonna get me some Modelo Negra.
Damn.
Hey, bro went crazy.
The whole case, my guy?
I'm gonna get some. I
14 beers.
I might just get some Hennessy and do it as shots.
Oh fuck! See, and that's why I said on my stream, I was like, the only person who probably out drinking
like a
is probably
racehorse.
Rock.
I'm doing Hennessy. I'm doing Hennessy.
What's the key word? Well, we can't do PC no more because that's dead. So
PC burned down to the ground, baby. Just like Xbox.
we need a
Yo,
new
right?
word.
Yo, that would have been a good one. For every time they mention PC, take a shot.
Oh shit!
Oh shit. Oh man.
I guess we ain't gonna be taking no shots on.
I know there'll be. That'd be funny.
Shots of water.
Hey, we gonna be sober as hell.
Over his house. Yes,
Yeah, I'm gonna do. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. You know what? I'm gonna do that on the state. When is this play? On Tuesday? I'm gonna do that on Tuesday.
Impatient Fire put. I'm here for the Tim Dog meltdown when Gears goes to PS5.
You know this is. You know what? I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna add that flavor to the state of play for me. This is just for me. I will not impose this. As long as I'm not doing anything on Wednesday, so I will verify this. But for the state of play, for every time PC is mentioned, whether verbally or by the whoever's talking, I will take a shot, and I'm gonna get me Hennessy privilege.
Oh shit!
And if they said, and even if it's a multiplat, just if the word PC comes up on the screen, well, you gotta take a shot.
I like
Even
it.
if it's a multiplat. On the state of
Down
play.
the hatch.
For the state of play. State of, yeah.
Down the
Like, listen, I'm not going to do it on Xbox and I'll be dead. It'll be alcohol poisoning. Every 5 seconds I'll be taking a shot. I'm talking about the state of play. State of play will be.
You about to be
PC
sober as
PC
shit,
games
bro.
gonna be crashing out.
I'm going to make sure I eat a good meal. I'm going to make sure I eat a good meal.
Crashing out.
We'll see.
That's why I really
right?
fucked up on my stream, dog. I didn't eat before I drank all those beers.
Oh, shit.
You got.
My man
I was
said,
good.
man.
I was good. Don't act like I was being like. Hey,
Listen,
you
you're like
did. I was good.
6'8", 280 pounds. You need like
You know what I mean?
36 beers. You could hold.
You know what I mean? I was good.
All right. But anyway,
That
just
just
to
means I got to
recap.
drink 15 beers next stream.
Yeah. Ooh.
Damn.
So just to recap, State of Play, the ones that are definite, State of Play, Summer Game Fest Live,
Some Game
Xbox
Fest,
Game
definitely.
Showcase, Gears E-Day, PC Game Fest. Does the PC
Whoa.
Gaming Show is it a conflict between the Gears and Xbox?
Usually the Xbox.
It probably
Game
after
Showcase
the Xbox. Usually probably after.
Yeah.
So
I was. Thank you. Appreciate you,
That's-
Sean.
that's
Yeah.
what-
Usually the
they usually
Xbox
do it
Showcase is in the morning.
All right.
Do
So
they have
the
it
PC
scheduled?
I don't got the time, but I'll get
Let
the
me look.
times. And
Let
what
me
I'm
look.
gonna do is I'm gonna make a pinned tweet to list the shows and the time I go
Yes.
live.
PlayStation already has their shit scheduled. Xbox might have theirs. Nope, they don't.
Yeah. So
Yeah, they announce it down. Like if you go on each channel,
Now I'm about to have all these
they have-
stupid ass
they have
Xbox
alerts
content creators in my fucking algorithm.
yeah, so don't worry. So I'll get
Yeah, I'm
I'll get this
subscribed
up
to
and
all of
running,
them,
you know,
so
stuff
I
like
know.
that, right? And
But
if there's
yeah, I
anything,
can-
and if there's anything
My
you
fault.
guys see besides the ones I was like, this one, like for example, you know,
Blizzard.
Southeast Asian games. I mean, Henry, if you want to be down and you want me to live stream that. Now, don't come with like, oh, why? Because I'm Asian, I'm gonna be. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because
Southeast
yes,
Asian.
that's exactly why I did it. Because the answer is yes. You
I
might
mean,
be
if you
interested.
Even
I would
if
do
you
it.
don't stream it, even
I
if
would
you don't
stream
stream it, and you would like me to like just us to watch it together, I'd be happy to.
I would do it,
Because
yeah.
I don't know what
I
to
would do
expect
something.
from Southeast Asia.
I don't know what to expect, and if you know, and I might ask you. I mean, if it's Chinese, I might ask you to translate.
Yeah,
If
sure.
it's another language, then we both could be clueless.
I'd be like, what the hell?
We have
yeah.
to use captions. We're gonna have to use automated captions
Like,
to figure it out. You know, we'll figure it out.
Hey,
You know, I'm cool.
gotta figure
Listen,
it out.
listen. I'm trying to implement all the DEI policies we got here. I'm a diversity.
Yeah, you languages do we
Craig
speak
ain't here
on
with the
podcast?
woke stuff, so yeah, we gotta have P Rock
yeah,
take that over,
woke.
man. Yeah.
Everything will.
Everything woke.
You know, that's it. Everything woke.
It's called the.
You know?
it will
Okay, so
be
how
the-
many
the woke-
languages can
the
we
woke
speak on
live
this
stream.
panel?
How many
All
languages?
5 of yours.
What
do you know? Like 6 languages, Em?
All I know is
No,
good
no,
old
no,
Eng-
only
good old
two.
English.
I
That's all I
only
got
I
for
speak-
you.
My mother knows more.
I speak Spanish. Hey, I speak Spanish and English. That's what I got.
And bad
Okay,
English.
English and French. Okay.
And hood.
All right.
What else we have?
And
Yeah,
hood.
I speak
It's
hood, dog.
universal.
You know
I
what
speak
Mandarin?
hood.
Is it Mandarin
I speak.
from
I speak street.
Henry?
Yeah.
That is definitely
Doughboy.
universal.
Me and
That's a
Doughboy.
good
Doughboy
language
speak
right
country. Doughboy
Yeah.
got country
Okay,
unlocked.
I
nice.
speak country English and nigga knees. That's all I know.
Oh,
God, that's for you, dog.
Henry, hang out with him.
but you, Henry, you say you speak you speak Mandarin?
Black and
I do speak Mandarin.
Is that like the hardest dialect of Chinese, or like
It's the main one.
Most common? It's the
So,
common?
You know, if regardless of which province you're in, whatever dialect that you speak, rest of it, your what
There's a
they taught in
commonality.
school is Mandarin. Yeah.
that's the most common? Okay,
Yeah. So
okay, so Mandarin. Okay, so we got that.
I can
We
read a
got-
little
we got-
Japanese too if you need me to
Okay.
translate that.
Okay, so we got that. We got Spanish. We got French.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We got.
I guess we covered.
Dummy.
You know,
We got Dum Dum.
Paul Wall talks crip. You know what I'm saying? You know, we got that.
We got woke language. We
You
got
know what I'm
woke.
saying? And then Sean got that Texas slang going on down there.
Hey.
I'm from New Orleans, actually.
From New Orleans? Oh man, so you got
Nola,
Creole.
Nola.
Louisiana.
So you got Creole? You can speak Creole?
I speak. I speak hood.
He said I speak hood. You don't speak. Come on, now you from New Orleans and can't speak Creole.
Like, what up, baby?
Yeah, he's from
Oh,
Phenomenal, baby.
Hey,
Oh,
man.
Oh man, this is crazy. All right. So anyway, Chad. So now you got what we planning. You know, We're gonna bring these live viewing shows back on the channel. I'm excited. I'm actually excited. I haven't done that in years. I think I stopped
first
after
time.
the first day to play.
Pause.
Me too.
That was the last live
thing.
thing I think I did. That first day to
Wait,
play, I'm
which
like,
one?
I will never. The first day to play. After that, I was like, I will never do a live streaming thing ever again.
Which one was
Screw
that?
shit. That was the first.
It was a shit one.
That was years
2020?
ago. Yeah, no, before that. I don't think
2021?
I even did. I think the last time I did a live viewing, I'm guessing was the first day to play, like the very first
Hey,
one,
was it
like
the
ever.
first state
So-
of play?
Ever.
So,
And that
how
shit
you
was
gonna
so
do it?
garbage. I'm said I'm
Are you
never
gonna-
doing a live shit ever
Are
again.
you gonna have the state of play playing like in the background, or have us with our reactions to it? How you gonna do it?
Okay, so no, so it's gonna be live. It's gonna have the sound. You know, I'm gonna try to modulate the sound so that way it doesn't overpower us. So that
I
way
was
we can
about to say,
talk.
I think there might be copyright music on the State of Play one, so
Yeah,
you might be
it's
on
alright.
the mute button.
I mean, we could. You know
Li-
what?
listen,
I'll figure it out. No, you know what?
Live, so whatever. Yeah, that is true.
That's a good point. That's a good point because if it's muted, but then the people viewing us won't hear it. But I don't know. I'll figure it out. We'll talk. I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it this Friday. I'll talk about it this Friday.
Nice.
To see, you know, if the chat just wants us to have it mute so they can hear us, because they're gonna watch it on their own on a separate device. What do you think? Well, I can ask the chat that now. Chat.
Poll.
You know.
So before we sign
I'll do that.
off,
I'll do that Friday. I'll do that Friday.
Yeah.
So that way I get the whole show. I'll do that Friday. I'm gonna do a poll if you want us to have the sound on or sound off, so you could just hear us. And we just hear the sound separately on another device.
So before we sign off, I mean, because you know the next time all of us are going to get together for the State of Play, do we got any predictions for the State of Play? Anybody?
Good point. Let's go around the robin.
It's a talk. It's a point for them. We don't.
You know, before we sign off, y'all go ahead.
Okay. This is my prediction. This is my prediction. Corey Bollock's gonna unveil his game.
That's a good one. I got Bloodborne Remake, Bloodborne 2, Bloodborne 3, Bloodborne 4, Bloodborne 80.
Oh,
God of War Freya. I think God of War Freya.
That's my prediction. Don't be stealing off me. Create your own shit. That's Corey Bollock. I get no respect on this podcast. I literally said that. That's my prediction.
New intergalactic news.
Okay,
that'd be cool. That'd be cool. They had a crunch. They had a crunch that demo last year.
I'm
for
telling
a reason.
you,
I
man.
think
Corey
that'll be
Bollock is there, boy. Corey Bollock. So listen, Sony's going through a lot of shit. Even if he wasn't gonna be there, they told his ass you're there. I'll be like, listen,
bring your goofy ass. You haven't done a game in 8 years. Bring your goofy ass.
Do you not see the bullshit we're going through? Now, Clinton got his account hacked, bro. You're there. We're gonna drop that fair game, and everybody's gonna forgive us. We need absolution right now. You're gonna bring that absolution, dog. So prepare yourself. Get that shit. Get that vertical slice ready.
Sony Santa Monica only delivering one game last gen, so now giving us two. Hell yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah, listen.
With their little side spin-off.
We need Corey to save us. Corey
What
Barlow.
we got from Naughty Dog this generation. So
Corey, save us, bro.
We
need
went
that
from
fake game.
4 games in the PS3 gen from Naughty Dog to 2 games in the PS4, and we still haven't got one.
Listen, Corey
They
needs
just
to
been
save
going
us.
backwards. The only thing that can save Naughty Dog is if Intergalactic is going to be a hit, which I think it will be, but they got to drop that. They got to thank you, Sean.
I'm going to say this.
They got to drop that like 2 years after, bro.
I'm going to say this.
Wait, drop what? I didn't hear. Drop what?
Uncharted.
They got another team working on
Uncharted,
supposedly.
okay.
Supposedly they got another team working on Uncharted.
I'm going to
That
be
would
fair.
be dope as hell.
I'm going to be fair.
If that drops like 2 years later, no one will look at Naughty Dog like side
Listen, I've been one of the biggest critics of this whole situation with Naughty Dog.
Yeah.
Probably no one bigger than me. But I promise you, when Naughty Dog drops into Galactic, when they drop games that no one else, maybe other than Rockstar could do. This game's gonna be generational.
Like Rockstar. Yeah, exactly.
Listen,
they're like Rockstar. When they drop a game, it's got everybody's attention.
And when they drop this generational game, it's all forgiven. Trust me, you're not gonna wait for Uncharted. You're just gonna forgive them, dog. Dog, when you play this game, it's going to change your life.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's just.
let's
let's go cut the bullshit. I'll be the first and say, listen, I am the biggest component, but when they drop a banger, and that's just like it's more than a game of the year. This is like, oh shit, they did it again. Now the industry is gonna be like,
that's the game of the generation, not Starfield.
then it's like,
damn it, dude.
They will be forgiven. They will be forgiven. When that shit pops and everybody's like, how does Naughty Dog do it? The story, everything, the details, it's just perfect. They're gonna do it again with a new IP. That game's a 95. 95 Metacritic. No, I'm gonna be realistic because Metacritic's been funky. I'm gonna say 93.
Oh, you get one mixed review or 1 3 out of 5. It drops your shit. Like what the fuck?
I'm gonna say 93. I'm telling you, man.
Listen,
Listen, I'm the biggest critic because we're not gonna play a Naughty Dog game until. But they do magic, bro. Like when you, it's like Clair Obscur for M. It's like, it's just magic. It's just gonna change
quality,
everything.
man. Yo, Naughty Dog's the truth.
That's it. So I give him that.
You saying they're the Kendrick of
they're the Kendrick Lamar.
studios.
Yeah.
They take a long time between albums, but
Yeah.
then when the album hits, you're
That's
like,
it.
hey, this is it.
You're
Nah,
forgiven.
I got you.
Taking over, man.
Thank you for the 10-year wait. I'm sorry for
There you
doubting
go.
you. You know,
There you go.
it's just how it is. It's just how it is, man. All right, awesome. All right, but anyway, any other predictions?
I think
So
we're getting
listen.
Metal Gear Solid 4 gameplay. I think that's coming too, because the Metal Gear Solid Collection 2 is
They already
coming around
showed
the
it.
corner too.
Goddamn right.
Oh yeah, I think they're gonna show that.
Oh, I can't wait.
They already
can't
showed
wait.
it.
Oh okay.
They showed
I
a clip
can't
of it
wait.
on their own stream running at 60 frames.
I cannot wait. Oh my god. I
So
cannot
so
wait.
me and
hoping-
Sean are sharing Cory Barlow.
I'm-
So what
I'm
else?
excited for that.
I'm hoping they announce a sequel to Infamous.
Or a remake. Maybe the
Bring
remake.
Infamous back. Yeah.
The rumor is that they contracted a third-party developer to do the remake.
Right.
I hope so.
That's the
That would be
rumor.
dope.
So
That
maybe
would be
they'll
great.
maybe they'll showcase Knights of the Old Republic finally too, if that's the case.
I
Speaking of
think
that.
they dropped that marketing deal though with Knights
Yeah.
of the Old Republic.
Did they?
Yeah, because they had
man,
it
that
at
would
their
be-
showcase at the beginning of the gen. And
Yeah.
I think like 2 years after, 3 years after it went from
They switched developers. So
It's just
yeah, I think when
developers.
it switched developers from Aspire to Saber,
Yeah.
I think that's when
Yeah.
like they dropped the marketing
Oh
deal.
yeah, they showed it.
Maybe not. But that would be crazy if
That would be dope,
if they
though.
bring that.
Bro,
to the
that was
States.
at the first showcase
God.
in 2021.
Yeah, yeah. But that was wow. Okay.
But
who knows?
what about
Maybe-
you, Em?
Yeah, we all mentioned everything except Sucker Punch, right? Because obviously Sucker Punch is working.
Yeah,
on
they're not
the-
gonna have nothing.
Yeah,
They're on their new
but,
project.
yeah, maybe
Whatever
they
they
can.
working on.
And I don't
Yeah,
think Sony Ben is gonna have anything because they just started development, so they're not gonna have nothing. It's too early.
Yeah, you were asking Will about my predictions. I hate doing predictions, so I'm not gonna do one. I just go in there and then see what they have to
Nerd.
do.
We want to see gameplay.
Because
You're
the
so
thing is, besides
you're boring. You're so boring.
I'm gas. I'm gas.
You're just boring. I remember that. You're so boring.
Listen,
First of all, rude.
This is boring.
You're just boring.
I can't really make any predictions. I enjoy the ones that you guys made, but I'll just go in there, see what they've got. I guess if I should throw something out of left field, I want another
Just have
sci-fi
fun.
game. I just want a sci-fi game.
I feel you've been asking for that.
I want sci-fi games with PlayStation.
You want the
level
Mass
of
Effect.
quality.
You want the new Mass
Yeah,
Effect.
exactly.
Somebody make
Thank
the
you
new
so
Mass
much.
Effect.
Yo, listen, if they announce a new Mass Effect there, and they were like, hey, even I don't trust in BioWare anymore. But still my heart will beat. Okay? My heart will go a flutter.
You'll give him a
because
chance.
Mass
You'll give
Effect
him a
is really
chance.
close to me,
You'll give him a
God,
chance.
I can't believe that 3 and Andromeda happened. Because I'm sorry, I still haven't gotten
But they
on the
didn't do
Mass Effect
Andromeda
thing.
though. It
But
wasn't
I
them,
thought
right?
they was making a new one. I thought
was
they was making a
BioWare,
new
yeah,
Mass
they did
Effect
do
game.
it.
BioWare did Andromeda?
Yeah.
Or was it a different
Yeah.
studio? Oh,
No,
okay.
it was them. I haven't forgiven them for
Oh,
that.
wow, that's bad.
So there must be another Mass
That's
Effect.
bad. Andromeda was bad.
Andromeda was garbage.
Because I thought they were doing
Yeah, but
Anthem.
I
I
don't
thought
know
because
Mass Effect. I heard about
I
it,
thought
though.
because
Yeah,
they were
wasn't
doing
there Mass Effect
Anthem,
game coming out?
somebody else was doing
Nope.
Andromeda.
Yeah, but if you ask
Nope.
Brother Craig,
I still haven't forgiven for Anthem either.
Wow,
there's
I
lots of things
I
on there.
remember Anthem.
Oh,
Oh
and
my
what they did
God.
with Dragon Age the Vanguard? Oh my god.
man.
I
They're
heard about
not in
that
my
too.
good books.
Yep.
that
They're
shit
not in
went
my
to
good
PS
books.
Plus so quick, dog.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Andromeda
and I
was
still
by
haven't even
BioWare.
bothered to play it. Yeah.
I played Anthem.
Oh,
Listen, I enjoyed the game, believe it or not. And that game,
Oh.
and I knew all the issues. Like that's the thing. You can enjoy a game, but you can completely admit all the bad stuff, and you know this game's
Yeah,
going
yeah.
nowhere.
That
But the
Forspoken,
reason why I
yeah.
enjoyed it because it was probably the closest to an Iron Man game that you're gonna get. I'm
That's
like,
what
this is a
everybody kept saying
perfect
that
template for Iron Man. Perfect template.
Yeah.
Perfect. You take this gameplay style, don't do the live service, make it structured missions, but you already have the gameplay. This is Iron Man. I'm like, this game is literally Iron Man. I'm like, oh my God, EA has no idea the fundamental gameplay they have that can be set for an Iron Man universe. I enjoyed
Funny
it.
because EA is making an Iron Man game.
I know, and I guarantee. Listen, if that game comes out and people be like, "This reminds me of Anthem," yes, because that literally was the perfect. Like, you don't have to invent the gameplay. That is Iron Man. They literally they try to make Iron Man a live service game. You know, but yeah.
So yeah, like I was saying, I would love to see another wonderful, sci-fi game that is, brought up to the standard that costs 300 million. Because you guys know, I want my big budget bitches, as I call them.
Yeah.
Okay, I need this shit because somebody $300 million. Okay,
You don't care. It's
what
not
I
your
need.
money. It's not your money.
Exactly, it's not my money. Put $500 million in it. The more, the better. Okay, so the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Okay, and I need you to have a black protagonist. Okay, I need you to have an Idris Elba type protagonist because I want to feel cool and suave and elegant and shit. You know, that's what I want in my sci-fi game. You know, and also if you're looking at a world that could encompass that, The Expanse is a wonderful framework for what you can do in a world of sci-fi, so I would love something like that. I know that the Expanse game is coming out, but that shit isn't expensive enough for me. I'm sorry, I can see the budget in that game. It's like, no. It's like look at a house and you can look through the curtains. Like the curtains are transparent. No, I can see the budget.
Not Platinum
I need an expensive ass sci-fi game with an expensive ass budget, great story, great gameplay, great everything. That would be what would make me happy. And if EA decides to redeem themselves and BioWare decides to also do the same and give me a Mass Effect 4, I mean, listen, I don't even pre-order games. I'm going to break all the rules for it. I will be a whore for a Mass Effect 4 games. Just disgusting. I'll even buy the special collector's edition or whatever it takes. You know what I mean? It's just things I never do. But yeah, that I would like that.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So we got this going through. Good podcast. Let's just do our outros. We're gonna kick it off with Chill Will.
My predictions first.
Oh, I thought you didn't do your predictions.
I
It's
was
your
fucking around
idea.
with
You didn't do it. It's your idea.
I let you guys go first. I let you
All right,
guys
go
go
ahead.
first.
What's your
I was fucking around when I said all the Bloodborns.
Yeah.
So we know
Right.
Wolverine's gonna be there. There's a lot of rumors saying that Cory Barlog's gonna be there. Someone asked Nate the Hate if there's gonna be another first party IP, and he just said yes. Other than those two, that hasn't been announced. So I think Intergalactic is a good one for anybody who did say that. I think it's time to see those, but I think we're gonna get a lot of third party stuff as well. It's not just gonna be all first party. Like Silent Hill still needs a date. I think that's in line for an October date. I think Marvel Tokon will probably show off another character. I keep hearing rumblings about Hogwarts Legacy 2. That would be cool to see because they had the marketing deal for the first one. I would like to see something from Sony Ben. I don't know how far along they are on that project. The last I heard, they did have people doing the animation work on it. I don't know, and I heard that Media Molecule might have trademarked something for their next game. I don't know. We'll see. And is it too early for Team Asobi? I don't know.
Oh, new Astrobot? Hey,
New Astrobot? I mean, it's been a while.
I'm down for Astrobot too.
Yeah, let's get it.
Astro's Playroom was a packing game, and
that.
Astrobot came out, what, 4 years later?
2024.
So,
yeah. Listen, I'll be honest. I don't want no game that's like more than a year out. I'm done with that. I'm all about what M says.
I don't.
No more. What was the word you used? I forgot what you called it.
My fault. I've seen a lot of people.
The word that people want to see games 3 years in advance.
Oh, the roadmappers.
Yeah, no roadmap. No. Whatever's announced at this show within 1 year, 12 months.
Within 1 year. I didn't agree with y'all at first, but then I thought about Captain America Black Panther game. I was like,
that
yo, what
still,
the hell is that?
I still don't know when it's
I was
gonna
so
come
hyped.
out.
Like, yo, I don't want to see it if it ain't coming out within like a year and a half, bro. Don't show it.
No, 12 months. I don't even want 18 months. 12 months.
I got you.
This is coming out within 12 months. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with for a year. I mean,
I know a lot of people. A lot of people have been bringing up Venom. but I don't think they're gonna show 2 Insomniac games. I made that mistake last year for the Game Awards. I don't think they're gonna try to market or show 2 games from Insomniac. I could see them doing that next year, so they'll have their big 3 ready to go. Like,
and plus,
you'll
it's all
have
about Wolverine. It has to be all about Wolverine.
Yeah.
You don't want to start the conversation on Venom, even if it's true. Let's say it is true and they have it. You don't want the conversation to begin when you don't even have Wolverine out.
And I was thinking maybe GTA would be there because they have the marketing deal on there, but I don't know. Someone kind of put it in my head that they wouldn't want that game to take away from all the other things that they're showing.
That's gonna be its own event.
Yeah,
GTA
I think
6,
it will too.
Rockstar does its own.
Now that I'm like really thinking about it, I don't think GTA will be there.
Yeah, so Rockstar's not going to share anything with anybody. In fact, if we do get something, I would imagine it's going to be after all this gaming season. So you're looking at late June, July, the earliest.
So I don't know if you guys heard Take-Two's earnings call, but they said that they're projected $8 billion next year, and that GTA 6 is going to cap it off, and that they got all their 2K games following. Their marketing is going to start in the summer. Then they're going to start marketing all their 2K titles like WWE, PGA, Top Spin, NBA. They also got 7 remasters in the work, 2 new games, and 13 new games and sequels. So,
Is that
I'm curious.
So we might finally get that GTA 4 remaster.
Take-Two as a whole.
So like Judas. I was gonna say, is that Rockstar? I was gonna say that's insane.
So like Judas, I wonder because that I think Sony has
Judas is on the
with
picture.
They're 2K. So
okay.
So PlayStation has the marketing with Take-Two, and if you've noticed, they first showed off Judas at a State of Play, and they did like a whole State of Play just for Borderlands. So I wouldn't be surprised if we got a date for maybe Judas if that was there. But then I don't know. Then there's reports saying it's like 2027, 2028. So I don't know. But I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some crazy ass shit there.
Well, give us a new BioShock, baby.
That would be dope. That would be dope. Okay. Another BioShock.
All right. Okay. So we got our predictions. Anybody else? We're good.
Yeah.
Good.
Valkyrie, did you get your predictions?
Oh yeah, Valkyrie.
Got none.
She said I have none.
I got none.
Obviously, whatever comes up.
She's like, hopefully it's a game I can still run on my laptop.
She's got to get a PlayStation.
I got to kill the octopus, then I've got to finish Pragmata, then I've got to play Personnel Royal 5, and then I've got all my VR games. So I'm done.
I just bought Reload. I just bought Persona Reload. That's what I'm doing.
Nice.
She's also hunting.
You're doxing yourself, Sean. Why are you doxing yourself? What are you doing? Have you not learned? And I didn't say I bought it brand new. Bought it used.
I left up. I'd only pay $15 for that.
Oh man,
brand new.
Okay, awesome. All right. Okay. All right, people. We're gonna wrap this up. We'll kick it off with Chill Will.
Hey, yeah. So thank you guys for having me on the show. Appreciate y'all. If you guys want, you can follow me on my channel. I'd like to do Let's Plays and walkthroughs of survival horror games. Right now, I'm going through Directive 8020. If you guys were there for the first stream, I got drunk for that one. That was fun. But yeah, appreciate you guys for showing the channel love, man. And then make sure you follow everybody on the panel. You know, everybody puts out good content. You know what I mean? You got M, you got Valkyrie, you got Porter Rock, you got Sean K. You know, and then get something from Henry's shop. You know what I mean? But yeah, appreciate y'all for having me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I'm not gonna go live after this. And typically I do, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of tired.
Wuss.
All right, Henry.
Fun show. Always happy to talk to you, and I'm looking forward to the next the State of Play. Looking forward to see all of you guys there too. Don't forget to hit the like button, and yeah, that's about it. I'm not even gonna give you my links. Just find it. Google my name. I'm probably the second. I'm probably the only artist that pops out because the other ones are all like doctors, like engineers and all these normal Asian people. Yeah.
All right, Sean.
No problem. Oh yeah, also thank you for having me on. Shout out to the panel and also shout out to people in the chat. I appreciate y'all. Like I said, I actually do walkthrough content for platinum game and platinum games. So I actually I'm almost done with Aphelion. I'm glad Doughboy actually reminded me of that because I had to get back on top of that. So I'm almost halfway done. I think I got like 5 more chapters to do. I'm back on short content, so I'm actually uploading the short a day. So I have some good stuff on there. Y'all gotta check that out. But other than that, like I said, I'm gonna just have to keep these guys up, and hopefully I get my account back by the end of the week. So hopefully I'll be back on Twitter. So
Free Sean K.
Yeah.
Free Sean K.
Yeah.
I'm trying, man.
Right.
Shout out to the
Valkyrie.
best podcast in the world. Let's go.
Thank you. Back from vacation?
Yeah. Not liking it. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't liking it. Not liking it at all.
She's like,
Screw this place.
She's like, I'm looking for my next victim on the surfboard.
Yeah, that's why I had to go shoot people on COD. Like, could not deal.
Oh. Ooh, thank God she said COD right after. I was like, whoa. What was that? All right.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
good fun. I learned a lot. Yeah, but guys, just don't post your stuff publicly. Keep your account secure, and we don't have a problem. So good.
All right, awesome. Doughboy.
Oh man, shout out to everybody on the pod. Make sure that y'all show love to the stream. Make sure that y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. Like I said, I just got done beating Pragmata. Amazing game. I don't know where it's gonna take, where my gaming gonna take me next. I'm gonna try to finish beating Batman Arkham Asylum. Playing that right now. Put some good time into that. And I don't know where I'm gonna go after this. I'm probably gonna take a little break and then try to look forward to the games I really want to play coming later on in the year. Wolverine, Grand Theft Auto. I can't wait for those to come. So there's a lot of good stuff coming and stuff. And just make sure that y'all show love to the pod and everything all good. Make sure y'all show love to all the members. Follow all the content and everything because
That's a lot of good shit right there.
yeah, it's a lot of good shit right there. It really is. It's some.
That's some good shit.
It really is. So yeah, make sure that y'all show love to everybody.
Yo, that soundboard is lethal. Oh my God. This dude got the most lethal soundboard. Yo, that's funny. All right, man. Shout out to you, though, boy. That's what's up, man. That dude has a lethal soundboard. All right, and the M, my brother from down under.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, you sound muffled.
Yeah,
What's going on?
yeah. I'm just doing it. I'm just doing it from the car now because I have to go get food. So,
He's on his way to McDonald's.
Anyways, people, no, I don't like McDonald's. Not a fan, actually. Never been a fan.
Oh,
the
man.
golden arches are not for me. It's not. I am not happy with my Happy Meals.
So what food are you getting? what food are you on your way to get?
Oh, today is just simple. Today is just KFC. I'm just not beating any allegations.
Oh, Tuesday
Fried chicken.
Just
I told you.
$10
Fried
for
chicken.
8.
Exactly.
Why? Because he's
Because
black?
it's good. Not
Is
because
that why
I'm
you
black.
told him, huh, Valkyrie? Because he's black? He's getting fried chicken? Is that what you're saying?
We never been
You
down
said
to
so.
this,
What you trying to say?
Listen, KFC in Australia is actually good. Okay,
I'm
actually
playing.
tastes
I'm
good.
just playing. Shit, I'm about to go to Bojangles. Y'all don't know about that, but
Yeah.
Doughboy
No,
do.
that's right.
Yeah, I need to get.
Oh, yeah,
Doughboy know
Doughboy
about that
know.
Bojangles.
Love some Bojangles, yes sir.
Why does that sound like Star Wars?
Oh yeah. Henry doesn't know about that. That's a South thing. Bojangles chicken.
Yeah.
Boy. Yeah.
Everything, chicken, biscuits, fries, dirty rice, pinto beans.
The Bowberry biscuits.
The Bowberry
Give me
biscuits
some. Jesus, that sounds good.
with the extra glaze.
You
on it.
got buttery biscuits with blueberry in them.
What?
In the
It's
whole
a mess-
world.
What?
It's
They're
so
called
good
Bow.
when it's hot and fresh.
They're called Bowberry biscuits. They're biscuits
Asians
Oh, yeah.
eat chicken, fried
with
chicken too.
blueberry.
They eat it with
in
rice.
them.
That's all.
Wait, are they made of chicken?
No.
What's made of
It's a
chicken?
biscuit. It's a
No,
biscuit.
it's
like
a biscuit.
Okay.
A
It's a
regular.
sweet biscuit.
Okay,
It's a
I
sweet
was gonna
biscuit
say that's crazy.
with-
If you guys
it's
are
a
mixing
biscuit.
blueberry with chicken, that would be
No. It's a biscuit. A biscuit with blueberry in them. It's called Bowberry biscuit.
Yeah, no, that's
Oh,
good.
they got glaze on. They got this sweet glaze.
Oh, they got this. Yeah. Woo. Pause.
Holy shit, you guys are making me hungry.
Yo, he's like,
and I'm already on my way to get food.
He's already on it.
Let the guy do his
We're almost
outro,
done.
and then he can get his food. Let it go.
Okay. All right.
Exactly. You know.
Get your chicken dog. Extra
So, yeah,
crispy
listen,
or
people,
original?
I've been
Question. Extra crispy or original?
Wicked Wings actually, I think. So you
Oh,
guys
Wicked
don't
Wings.
get that.
Oh no.
Hey, I remember you talking about that. Yeah, we don't got
told me
that.
about that.
Is that like hot wings?
It's like that,
Crunchy.
but better.
Okay.
Yeah, spicier
Yeah.
and crunchy.
They're
So
just-
good.
Yeah, they're just awesome. They're like, if you don't know them, just come to Australia. I'll take you. You know.
I'm getting some KFC wings tomorrow.
Sure, I'll be going to.
I mean, they have KFC wings out here. I just don't think they're similar to your or.
Yeah.
They're just wings.
I'll be going to
Yeah,
Melbourne.
I don't think.
to
I
hang
don't
out
think.
with,
I don't think.
Melbourne. We're gonna go to Melbourne to get some wicked
Melbourne.
wings. We'll make it like a
Yeah,
60
yeah,
minutes
yeah,
no
yeah.
lag retreat.
Oi, oi, oi.
And we all get oi.
It's
Like a
mandatory.
political.
All Australians gotta do that. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Y'all say that right there,
This
oi.
is an Aussie, right?
Hey, I
We'll
watched The
take that.
Boys. So do y'all do that,
Yeah.
oi?
Oi.
That's as bad as what's Australia get, oi.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
listen,
nah.
The white.
No,
Australians
yeah,
are
nah,
good.
y'all don't say oi.
The white Aussie.
Y'all don't say diabolical.
Boy,
Oh.
Yo, that finale was trash. And I know we gotta go, but yo, that finale was so bad. Oh my
Oh
god,
man,
bro.
I saw that.
If you're a
yeah.
Boys fan, oh my
The
god, we all
most
saw that,
interrupted outro ever.
I saw
I
that.
don't know,
That's the
man. I
weirdest.
just felt like I
Oi.
was watching a documentary of United States when I was watching that thing.
That was not.
Yeah.
That's not a lie. I'm like, this is actually happening.
Bro, it was so crazy, bro.
Well, you should watch season 2 of Daredevil. It's like another
Oh, yeah.
version.
No, I forgot about that
yeah.
show. I
Yo,
gotta watch it. Matter of
season
fact,
2 of
thank
Daredevil is
you.
awesome.
Thank you, P Rock. I'm watching that tonight.
Oh,
I'm watching that
me-
tonight.
Oh yeah, it's already. Oh yeah, and they also have Punisher. His thing is out.
yeah.
Yeah, the new movie.
Yes.
Yeah, I seen that.
Gotta watch
so
it.
good.
Yeah.
It's
And
so good.
tomorrow, Spider-Man Noir begins on Amazon.
Okay.
Oh yeah. The shit
Oh, I got so much
I
stuff
got
to
you,
watch.
dog. I
This is
got
so
you.
great.
I got
Hey,
all your comic book needs. I got
Good.
all your comic book needs.
Nicholas
You know what I'm
This man is a yeah, content, man. I like
And-
this. Let's go.
That's it. Yeah, I'm about to go hit up. I'm on episode 3 of season 2 of Daredevil. Ooh, love it. I love Daredevil.
alright.
I love
I'll
it.
start that
Oh my
tonight.
god, I love it.
I forgot
just
about
love
it, honestly. Like, I'm glad you reminded me.
Yeah.
Wait, are all
Oh,
the
man.
episodes out?
Yes. Yes.
8.
Okay,
Yes.
good. Because you know I don't want to do any other bullshit.
We there.
of
Listen,
waiting weeks.
Em.
We know your rule. We know your rule.
No,
No
but
terror,
Em,
no terror
Em,
biff, no terror biff season,
Em.
episode by episode, week by week.
listen, M. When I'm watching it, it's because all the episodes are out. So you know, if I'm
Good,
telling you, oh
good,
yeah, I'm
good,
watching
good.
it, you don't even have to ask that question because I'm the same way. I'm not waiting a week. I'm not doing that.
Anybody?
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
You guys have any
I
feedback
can't.
on Wonder Man? Should I watch that?
I haven't watched
what?
that yet.
I didn't watch it.
Wonder Man. That's on Marvel. So
Is
I
it?
heard it was pretty
Yeah.
good.
right?
Fun fact: my wife's in Wonder Man.
Oh,
Oh yeah, you said she was an extra,
Oh,
right?
really?
Yeah.
So now I gotta figure out.
I'm watching because
who's-
I'm
I
watching
would be
because
like, I would be like, I'd be like, who would actually marry this guy and have his baby? Like who? It's you. You're the one. It's her. It's her. I'm gonna be like, and then if I figure it out, I'm gonna be like, hey, bro, how you pulled that?
How'd your goofy ass pull that?
How did you pull it off? Good, my man. All right, we took a lot of your time.
Yeah, I was going to say, speaking of content, there's content for you waiting on my channel. I even
Yeah.
organize playlists and everything like that because, I decided to be lazy -1, just one
Nice.
level below lazy for like one particular day. So, there's that. You can go check it out. So that's it. That's all I got for you.
As a viewer,
All
I
right.
appreciate that.
All right. Nice. Awesome. And what's also awesome is the viewers that was rocking out with us. I hope you got to enjoy the show. Thank you so much for rocking out with us. Stay tuned to all the future episodes that we're going to do with the Summer of Games events and stuff like that. So we'll get together. We'll enjoy the time. This Friday, when I go live, we'll figure out from the community, whether to keep the sound off or on, and we'll play that by ear. But until then, thank you so much for rocking out with another episode of 60 Frames No Lag podcast. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I hope you stick around by hitting subscribe. And of course, everybody, if you don't mind, please hit the like button. We'll be truly appreciative. And we'll see you guys next week at an earlier time, because that will kick off the Summer of Games, starting with State of Play. So we will see you at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, a half hour prior to the show. We'll get to see some good stuff, get to see some games. And this is supposed to be a big one, because they're even saying for people to watch it in a theater. So this is not like no normal State of Play.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right,
So like,
yeah.
so Paris said that he got invited to a theater to watch it. So this is supposed to be a big deal. So we'll
Alamo
see.
Theater.
You know, yeah. So we'll see. Hope to see you guys there. Hope you're able to come live. Put some respect on my Knicks. Absolutely. And that's how we're going to end the show.
Caught that one real quick, didn't he?
Yep. Yeah, that's right. That's how we're ending the show. Put some respect on my Knicks. Put some respect. Y'all have a good night. I caught that.